Negroes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're
gonna talk about it. Listen, speaking of that, I got some things for my week.
You've got nothing.
Observations. Oh. No, I see you again. Yeah, buddy. It's crazy. I don't remember. You know what? When this browser updated, it must have did that shit. Because I don't remember having this looking like this. I don't remember that shit. Like my whole. What up, McKenna? What up, Vermin?
What up, Jonathan? What up?
Yo, I actually like it better this way. But
what you talking about?
This whole interface for StreamYard is just black.
What do you mean?
All of it's black.
Why? What did you do?
Well, the browser updated. When I restarted my computer, it had an update on it or whatever, as far as the browser itself, when I got back on the internet. And shit's dark. You know what I'm saying? So it must be a setting, right? A dark mode setting or whatever. But I didn't have it on this the last time. I didn't have it on this at all. I actually like it better though. But the dark mode don't. I actually think dark mode works great for everything. No, it don't. No, it don't. I don't like it for Google Docs. I hate it. So I tried it. I was like, oh shit, they got a dark mode. After that shit, like, no, I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling it. But that's the only one that I haven't felt.
I use dark mode for everything.
Like
everything.
This nigga's ass
to this day.
I just saw somebody use that meme for something recently on Twitter. It was kind of hilarious because it was inappropriate. It was inappropriately aggressive for what the conversation was.
I mean,
he wasn't inappropriate that day. That man shouldn't have asked me that dumbass question. Fuck that.
Hey, listen.
He had to say dumbass question. Ask me that shit to this day.
Hey.
To this day. I wonder when he was talking to him, did he realize he would be a meme after that?
Oh, of course not.
Yo, the kid, remember the fat black kid
guy that's playing football now?
Yeah. Yeah. Sean says, dark mode is almost always for me. What up, Fabo? Fabo say, all no dumbass questions. No, but they're dumbass people. So
there are no dumbass questions. That's funny. I kind of had to tell somebody at work this shit, of course in a nicer way, but
yeah. The problem is there are no dumbass questions, but there are dumbass people. And the context of that question coming from a dumbass kind of splashes the dumbass.
That also fits into that same story about work.
Oh, damn.
Dumbass.
Oh, damn.
Fuck, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes it be that way. Yo, I ain't finished watching that. I went halfway through it. I watched the battle between Show Off and Jag. Show Off first round, he was I didn't see his third. His first round, he was talking to Jag so like, yo, he was talking to him, yo. And I've been wanting to see Jag get really talked to for a while because niggas be playing with Jag. Niggas be playing with him. Like, they'll put him in the dirt, but they don't be. Yo, you done did a lot of clownish ass shit since you been in battle rap, yo. And I was waiting. What up, Biddy?
What up?
Waiting for somebody to address some of this clown shit you've been on, nigga. Super clown shit. Yeah. Just like somebody said, he ran around here acting like he was a ball bossed up and shit. Meanwhile, when he around Kaz be making that nigga roll his blunts. Yo, you make a nigga roll your blunts for, yo? What you rolling that nigga blunts for? He can't roll his own blunts? Don't get me wrong. In every crew, there are niggas that are better at that shit than other motherfuckers, right?
Everybody has a job. You can't carry your weight, you don't belong. If your number one skill is that you're able to roll things tightly and your saliva is the quickest, then
Biddy,
roll and lick your life away, my guy.
If you can't be used, you're useless. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, listen.
Oh man, that shit's hilarious. Fucking hilarious. So remember, Snoop has a blunt guy. That's true. He makes about $60K a year. Yo, that's a good job though. And believe me, that's work. That's work. As much as Snoop
No,
smoke.
did y'all see the story about that?
Mm-mm.
So it was a chick, I guess, that used to be his roller, and she was on some podcast or some shit, and she was talking about, yeah, I used to be Snoop's roller, and
How you get
I don't
fired from
remember
that
I don't remember the exact number that she said,
job?
but she was like, yeah, I used to roll like 100 blunts a day or some shit like that. Listen.
Jeez.
Snoop got word of the article. I mean, not article of the interview. I don't normally do this, y'all know that, but for context, I have to. He was like, "Bitch, ain't nobody smoking that many blunts in one day." This is from Snoop. This is from Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, who is akin to Willie Nelson, who is akin to Seth Rogen, who is akin to Wiz Khalifa,
who is akin to Cypress Hill.
Right. Ain't nobody smoking to be blunts in one day. So
all right, but Pete Gang, no, of course he's not smoking 100 blunts in a day. But shit, nigga, if she doing 25 to 50, pay her. Pay her.
I mean, she was getting paid.
Yeah, shit. So all right, let's address that just for a second before we actually get started. Ballpark figure. How many blunts a day do you think somebody like Snoop smokes?
I don't know, but here's all right. So here, where I think I found it. Yeah, okay. I got the number right. It was 100. Okay. Blah 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 blah. All right. Snoop Dogg has been known for being a marijuana expert. Apart from his music and larger-than-life personality, due to his lifestyle, it's assumed that he smokes an absurd amount of cannabis in a single day, having to hire a professional blunt roller. The blunt roller claimed that Snoop smokes over 100 joints a day and that she's twisted over 450,000 blunts since working for the rapper. Snoop didn't take too kindly to the claims and posted a short clip on Instagram correcting the information given by his bro. I like how they put this nicely. He corrected the information.
Yeah, right. Right. He corrected it. You know, nicely corrected it. Right.
Hold up, man. Let me see. Come on. Hopefully he ain't.
Jonathan said, I saw Snoop on Howard Stern talking about how well he pays his blunt roller.
Oh no, they make bank. Yeah, that's
dream job for real, McKenna.
They make bank. But then you got situations where, some of these new artists, these new I don't even know what to call them. I was going to say superstars, but they're not that
They're
yet.
not, yeah.
Shit. Some of these hot new artists got the game fucked up. I can't remember which one because I don't listen to their shit.
Yeah.
But one of these newer girls was talking about she was going to do a personal assistant job out there for like, I think it was less than 30K.
Oh, she bugging.
Nigga.
She bugging.
I'm supposed to be your slave, because the shit that she was asking for. What?
She's bugging.
Let me see if I can find this one.
She's flat out bugging.
Less than
Shit, a personal blunt roller is making 60K.
It was okay. So, all right. So,
hey, Cindy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Cindy. An official happy birthday from the BCGz.
Absolutely. Let me see. 550.
To Cindy, a.k.a. Mother Demon, a.k.a. Florida woman.
All right. So, this shit scuffed the fuck out of my tubs. Yo, nigga, absolutely it did. Rapper Glorilla defends posting an ad for a $550 a week personal assistant job. You know what $550 a week comes out to?
After taxes?
No, we ain't even talking about taxes yet.
Oh, I was talking about for a year. Yeah. Okay.
28,000.
Yo, come on.
Yo, I was making that when I was
nigga
19. Maybe
I was younger than that.
Nigga.
17.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
here?
this is come on, y'all. Come on. Seriously. You play too much.
I just don't.
She plays too much. She plays too much.
She is standing by the posting. The position pays $550 a week, a price may deem as low, too low for comfortable living. No shit. The Memphis native is on the. Come on, get to the actual story.
Right.
Qualifications for the position include excellent communication and interpersonal skills, outstanding time management and organizational skills, customer service skills, and candidates must at least be educated at a high school diploma level. Responsibilities include managing Glorilla's schedule, handling travel arrangements, coordinating safety protocols with management, running errands during the week, and packing and unpacking her suitcases.
She's bugging.
The full-time position, that's not a fucking full-time, anyway, full-time position's compensation is $550 per week, roughly $28,600 a year. Far below the median salary for personal assistants, which is $38,679 per year, which, and here's the thing, that's median. So right. That's not necessarily talking about fucking famous people.
Yeah.
It could just be like a lawyer or like, nigga, like a doctor.
Nigga. She's bugging.
How do you offer what?
And then on top of that, she doubled down because
here we go.
Listen,
first of all, your flights get paid for, your flights and your travel. Okay, nigga, I'm traveling to help you. You're not paying for my flights for leisure. I'm traveling to be available for you.
Yeah. To use for work.
Yeah, I don't. If you want higher pay, then pay for your own flights and your own travel and see how much them $500 ass flight tickets be. I take flights every day. That's your fault. That's ingrained. That's a part of the job.
Right.
Like right. What? That would be like if I found out the best name for this and I can't.
Yo, that's
property management.
Did she Cindy unless she's paying, is she paying room and board at least?
No.
Yo,
not from anything I've seen.
Yo, listen, and then we in the era to double down, yo. We in the era where you can be demonstrably wrong, ass and out of pocket. Yeah. And the best thing for you think to do is to double down on the dumbness. That's what they do now.
So when it came to considering the higher weekly salary plus travel fees, Glorilla noted it don't work like that. Before explaining why the position is the easiest shit in the world in terms of responsibility. She says half the shit on that list you don't got to do for real. It's just if it comes down to it, you might have to do it. But it's literally the easiest shit in the world. You really don't got to do shit but be with me every day. Listen, you really don't got to do shit but be with me every day.
That sounds like a chore in and of
itself. That's enough. What?
That's more than enough.
I don't like people.
Yo,
I don't know you.
Just imagine this.
What?
You and your boss. You don't ever get a break from your boss. They're there. How's that not a job? That's a job, B. That's a job. Because anytime you're the personal assistant, right? So anything she doesn't want to do, she's gonna hand that off to you. And she's in your presence this whole time when you out doing this and that and the third, going traveling this place that you're paying for yourself. By the way, what?
Yo,
No.
yo. At the end of the article, they ironically said, "Hanging out with the chart-topping rapper comes with its fair share of responsibilities and $550 to get you through the week." Let's go.
Let's go.
Fuck
Let's know.
nigga.
No, not doing it.
The only way I can see this as being a thing is if literally you just became of age to be able to work.
Yeah.
And you are
trying to get the experience.
Trying to get into the industry.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can really see that as a thing.
Yeah. Like Cindy said, she said she should be paying for flights when the assistant is forced to take them to do the job. That would be like me not getting paid for my drive time between stores when driving is a big portion of the job. And that's not unheard of. Like, that's not even unheard of. That's literally a thing. Right?
I'm at a loss. I don't quite understand.
No, she's at a loss.
Well, clearly.
She's definitely at a loss. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. And you would think that if she was doing things the way she should do them, this would be a wonderful experience for this person. But now it just sounds shitty. It just sounds shitty. It does. So we are at after 11.
Are we?
I'm gonna start the intro and get that out the way. God damn it. Second. Yeah. Me. Welcome everyone to the Black Culture Geeks podcast. This is my man SPJ. And I am Tombstone the Dead Man. And we are just a couple of geeks talking about pop culture from a black perspective. Facts indeed. Now, we started the show off, of course, wishing Cindy a happy birthday. So glad we got that out the way. And I wish Adequate was here so he could do the same.
Right.
Be a full-on Black Culture Geeks.
He's been rather inadequate this year.
Yeah, it just started too. So it doesn't
bode well.
Yeah, for the rest of the year. But we got some things we want to talk about today, of course, as always. It's gonna be a little bit of, I don't know if you call it fussing.
It's always fussing.
For me.
We're not even gonna act at this point.
But it's also, I'm giving some older guy advice from somebody who has been here longer than a lot of you. Like,
sure,
shit that I've observed that you could do so much better. Like, you could do it so much better. And I know it's because of a lack of having the outcome of this behavior being demonstrated to you, because you ain't been around long enough to see what this looks like at the end of this, right? So I'm just gonna, but before I get into any of that, I want to talk about something that I saw online the other day, and it's kind of crazy because it's framed around respectability politics. Y'all know how much we love respectability
it's my
politics.
Favorite thing.
So, see if you can wrap your head around this. Saying someone can't complain unless they are perfect is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Mm-hmm. Because by that logic, no one should ever complain about anything. About anything ever
in the history of anything.
And clearly, we have history of grievances that I was taught at a very young age that the squeaky wheel
gets the oil,
right?
Absolutely.
You got to say something. If you don't say something and it continues, you've basically trained them how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people doing that, it's crazy. And they fold that logic into saying you can't complain about others harming you if you engage in what they perceive as a form of self-harm. That's bullshit. I can hit myself. You can't hit me.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
I'm just saying, I can insult my friends. James, you are a jackass. You can't. Out in front of me.
Not really sure how much of an insult that is at this point. But I get your point.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as me and my brother fought growing up, you can't fight on him.
Yeah, here's the thing.
This is logic.
Not a novel idea. Though.
It's not, bro. It's not.
Yeah. I've been pimping since been pimping.
It's not, yo. Let's call a spade a spade. Some of y'all bedrooms are jacked the fuck up.
I mean,
but if I walked in there and dropped trash on the floor,
you
would and should get mad.
Yeah.
So please stop that. That's a way for people to be dismissive that don't want to address the actual issues.
Don't throw rocks in a glass house. I'm pretty sure I have windows. Pretty sure I have windows.
Pretty sure, bro.
Yeah, like, just open the window or the door because I have to be able to get in and out.
Of course.
So yeah,
this is where put that in my mind. I saw a video. I was tagged in the video of Baltimore, a certain section of Baltimore. Trash everywhere. Trash everywhere. It looked bad. And you and I both know we've seen parts of Baltimore that's like that. I grew up in the 700 block of Denison. The back alley behind our house is atrocious. Right?
Yeah, all that.
Grew up with this. I've seen that. However, and that needs to be taken care of. And also, largely, that's also a city issue too. Yeah, I don't care if the people dumped it there. You are a city official,
a municipal. What's the?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Like y'all supposed to go in there and take care of that. That's bullshit. People gonna be pigs. We seen it. We seen it.
But you hold a certain responsibility.
Exactly. That's atrocious. But one of the comments I saw under was like, and then they got nerve to complain about other stuff that's wrong. That's respectability politics.
Go away.
Worst.
Go away forever.
Go away. Go away. Again. I can hit myself. You can't. Beat your ass out here. You know what I'm saying? Beat your ass out here.
I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, it's necessary. Believe me.
Okay.
But the other thing I want to talk about really quickly that I observed this week too. Hold on to your hats.
I don't wear hats.
I don't either. I look kind of crazy. I'm gonna wear that Panama hat though. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Racism. I don't know why some people.
Wait, hold on, sir. Point of order.
Yeah.
I thought that was over.
Oh, turns out it's been reinstituted. I guess. You know what I'm saying? They brought it back. It's back in style, like bell bottoms and shit. This is back in style. I don't know why some people are invested in this idea of putting racism in this box and saying that this is racism. This, and if it's not this, it ain't racism. In other words, did I lynch you though? So it must not be racist. Right. I don't know why people are invested in that. Racism has degrees, like everything else. Quick example. Talking in class to your friend while your teacher is teaching is disorderly conduct, but not suspension worthy, unless you have a past history of just being a jackass and disruptive.
Yeah, there's a level that you can take.
There's a level you take to, right? But ordinarily, just you whispering over to your friend while the teacher's talking and she catches you, that's not suspension worthy. It's still disorderly conduct, though. It falls under that. You're doing some shit you're not supposed to be doing. There are rules against this. And for good reason, because you are a distraction to that student, other students, and the teacher. And it's damn disrespectful, right? Catching your ops slipping in the school hallway and stomping him out daredevil style,
That may not be suspension worthy either. It depends. Listen, it depends. Depends on how you go about it.
You know what I'm saying? But that's still considered disorderly conduct.
Absolutely.
There's degrees to that shit. I don't understand why that is so difficult for a lot of people to understand. Unless your whole modus operandi is to be dismissive of it so that you can continue the behavior unchallenged. If that is not your motive for trying to say only this is racism,
right,
and nothing else is, I can't fathom why you would think that that's the case when everything else has degrees. Everything else. And finally, a bit of advice. I'm going to teach you guys the ancient art of not taking the bait. To be clear, the internet is not your basement. It's not your man cave. It's not your front porch, and it ain't your backyard. I see the internet as a stage. When you get out here, you have the potential to be standing in front of a bunch of people.
What up, random bearded guy?
What up, random bearded guy? You have the possibility that a lot of people will see you show your funky underwear online.
I mean,
how many of you have been on the stage? I don't care if it's a play. I don't care if you're rappity rapping, singity singing, or dancity dancing. Right? I don't care what you're doing. If you fuck up your routine badly enough where it's noticeable by everybody,
boo this man.
Right. And you better hope it's not video, right? Because many more people will see than the people that are there at the time. Well, this is the internet. You're on a stage here, whether you like it or not. I think some of the people over the years have gotten uber comfortable online. Uber comfortable. Because you need to ask yourself, like, what are your goals? Like, what are you trying to do in life? Seriously. Like, what gets you up in the morning? What are you working towards? And then ask yourself, what or who do you need to achieve those goals? Because that's an important question. See, online, everybody's looking for a spectacle. Everybody. You're going to need to understand the climate you're living in. Right? Realize that. And also realize that whatever you're pissed off about out there, you alone can't fix shit.
Nigga.
You can't fix shit. So prioritize your agenda. You don't have to engage with every asshole, right, that comes across your comment section, even in your fucking DMs. You don't have to address every asshole that's trying to bait you into some bullshit. You don't have to do it.
The world is a stage, Jonathan. You're correct about that.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you also don't have to give your thoughts on everything. Because you need to prioritize your agenda, right? You going off about something, and in the process of you being uber emotional about that, you're being a little loosey-goosey with your terms. It's gonna piss people off. Now, you might not care until your boss or his secretary or somebody that works there sees your antics or hears your bullshit, and you done gone kind of crazy in this climate, right? And then
that's not the move.
Word gets back. How many times have we seen it? This is the other thing that bothers me. We done seen this shit happen numerous times, right? So we know this is a thing, and yet I still see people doing that shit. Yo,
here's the thing. Here's my issue. What I don't understand, particularly on social media,
right?
Because it's not always new stuff. Sometimes it's like from the past.
What up, Freethinker?
What up? We've seen example after example after example after example of people have their old tweets get pulled up.
Facts.
And it hinder them in some way professionally.
Facts.
Why? On Jotunheim's
internet.
would you not scrub the past shit at this point if you're planning on
think about it, bro? I swear,
bruh, I don't get it.
They'll say that shit, go about their business. A few years go by, they forgot they even said it,
nigga.
And then the first thing happens is when you're doing something that creates enemies for yourself, right? They're gonna look at your past shit, see what you was all about, and they're gonna pull it up. Now think about this. Good point that you brought up too, because if they're gonna bring back your old shit, what you think they're gonna do with your current shit when you wigging the fuck out?
Right.
You wigging the fuck out online, so the world can see that shit. What I'm saying is, you don't gotta take none of this advice. You can keep doing what you're doing, but I will guarantee you this: when you don't get the result you're looking for because of it, I personally don't want to hear the whining, because this shit should be obvious. And I am by no means a genius. I didn't just go into a lab and figure this shit out. I didn't do any great deal of intellectual heavy lifting to figure out, potentially everyone's watching you show your ass. If you got friends, an inner circle, rant to them. Yeah. That's what they there for.
It's literally what that's for.
Rant to them. Because if you're out of pocket and you got real friends, they're gonna let you know you out of pocket. Yeah, you're out of pocket. You're bugging. You're flat out bugging. And you can get all that out and not fuck your agenda up. Because I'm telling you now, there are many of us, maybe we didn't see it early on, but we see now there's plenty of opportunities for economic growth and business from online. Don't let these emotional fits of uncontrollable behavior have motherfuckers smother your startup baby in its crib. Right? You ain't gonna get no track. What did we just see with the one dude? The cook.
Oh no, I was gonna Chef Wayne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about that.
We gonna talk about that. Yo, don't let business opportunities up the ass, motherfuckers wanting to do sponsorships with you. They wanting to give you a bag. You have finally achieved something, doing something that you love to fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
But because you can't control your behavior and put your inside voice on the internet, because you can't do that shit,
this is where you at out loud.
This is where you at. You fuck all of that up. It is all shambles. It is all in ruin because you can't control yourself, because you got too comfortable, because you started to think that the internet was your living room, your den, your man cave, your basement, your backyard, your front porch. The barbershop. It is not.
No.
It is not.
Mm-mm.
This is not the place for a lot of that shit. And you think you somehow, because I know I've seen it too many times, and particularly you see this in the manosphere. You think you get somebody somewhere is recording points for you because you said what was on your mind? Is that what you think? Is that what you think? See, with the world I'm from, the points on a chart end with dollar signs. You're fucking up your dollar signs because you just can't control yourself. Because you allowed somebody to bait you. Think about that. Because after it's all said and done and you go to fuck off and they get the clip they want, they got the clip they want.
Here's the thing. It kind of just goes into the whole idea of everything's not for everybody. Like, this is it's an example of social Darwinism.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You might be the most talented person in the world at what you do, but if you can't understand the finer points of what you need to get there, maybe this isn't for you.
Maybe it isn't for you. Like maybe on further introspection,
nigga, like something as basic as not being a public idiot.
Yeah. Rant.
It's very basic. Might not be easy for everybody, but it's
not.
very basic. Just don't be trash in public.
And everybody is look. Like Fabo said, rant to your secret circle. Like none of us are perfect. All of us have really bad days. The internet is not the place for your bad day. For that complete breakdown, where everybody is this motherfucker, that motherfucker, this, and you start the internet is not the place for that, because that release might feel good in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But once you then cross the line, at one time, something slipped out. Public didn't slip out. You have given people who already was trying to bait you in the first place what they wanted. And I am a stickler for not giving motherfuckers who I can't stand what they want.
All facts.
Not doing it.
Because fuck all that.
Fuck that. The fact that you can be smiling today because you baited me into some bullshit. And listen, that's the other thing. We got to stop acting like we're not human, right? All of us have bad takes, bad days, prejudices, biases. All of us have that. Every last one of us. And even when we're in our most lucid moments, see, we control ourselves then, because our rational mind knows that some of these thoughts aren't good. Some of these perceptions aren't good. You know, it knows about some of them. Some of them we absolutely are convinced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's convinced of, but we know. But when you're angry, there's a loss of control. If you let somebody get you there, you stop railing off the insults and something gonna slip out. Something gonna slip out because you try to hurt the other person. At the end of the day, nobody sees the other person because that was a comment. They can see the comment, but they don't see them. They see you wilding, and it's something about that visual, right? It's something about that visual over text, right? It's going to have you looking crazy out here, and somebody's going to capture that clip, and it's going to turn back around and bite you in the ass. And listen, media training is a thing. It's absolutely a thing. However, for some of this shit, you don't really need media training for. Like, yo, after you've seen examples of motherfuckers being hoisted on their own petards, you would think, like, yo, like, classic example. If I saw somebody else put their hand on something and it burned the absolute shit out of them, I am not putting my hand on there. I'm going to learn from his mistake. This don't make you more moral. None of that. But it does make you observant. It does make you observant. Like, all right, I'm not doing that. That hurts. As evidence by the yells and screams of this person over here after doing that. I'm not doing it. I have seen celebrities. I have seen regular people with great jobs get caught up on this internet bullshit. I'm going to express myself. Fuck that. It's freedom. Okay. All right. I'm speaking tactics. Is it a good tactic if you got
that's it?
Yo, you can talk all this. Well, it should be. Yo, the world has been on some it should be for the longest time. Rarely has it been the way it should be. Rarely. Like, but you can do what you want. You can do what you want. But when that 6-figure job finally come through and somebody say something crazy to you online and you go, yo, son of a bitch, and all of that shit, and the bosses be like, ooh, let me get that back. let me get that back from you.
Thanks.
Let me get that back from you.
Oh, I didn't see this before.
Yo, control. That's it, free thinker. That's it. Because you're only thinking about how you can hurt them and not what can happen to you. This is not, what I am saying is not for you to be a perfect person who never makes a mistake, never lose your cool. I'm telling you, if there are higher things and goals that you're trying to achieve, the internet is a great place to take a dump on all of that shit. We've seen it happen way too many times. And in this episode, we're going to talk about another specific incident where this took place. So just ask some advice from an older guy, probably older than all of y'all. Yo, I've seen this played out over and over again. Before the internet was such a big thing, I've seen it actually play out in real life because a person said and did the wrong thing at the wrong place at the wrong time, and the wrong people saw him. Like, oh, that's what we doing. Oh, that's how you feel about, okay, say less. Before you know it, something you worked hard, you bust your ass at getting is pulled away from you. And what's worse than that, not many people are going to feel sorry for you because in the next week, they're going to forget all about you and move on to the next motherfucking spectacle. Because the internet is not your porch, not your backyard, not your living room, and it's definitely not your man cave.
You can treat it as such.
At your peril.
There are consequences.
There are consequences. The shit me and SBJ talk about
nigga
together.
Nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Nigga.
It's not always going to be the shit we bring on here.
Absolutely not. So
ignore that at your peril.
Some of y'all wouldn't like me.
Right. That's yo, free thinker. This so hard to build something in this world. Fact. Easy as hell to destroy it. Easy as hell. Keep playing though. Keep playing. Cause I'm gonna be like them. It's a spectacle, and I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch.
All facts.
That had to hurt. But yeah, that's my observations for the week.
All right,
take it away.
Okay. Well, shit. Let me see. All right, so relatively shortly after the show ended last week, me, Feb, we went with Marcus.
Same, Biddy. I've done it too, and that's why I'm speaking from experience. Don't do it.
Oh yeah, that's not a good. You don't go full. Damn, I can't quote that anymore.
Damn.
See, that's
self-edit.
It is
right there.
It is a simple state of being aware and being conscious of what's going on. It's not always easy because I almost slipped up, but it just is what it is. Yeah, it just is what it is. So yeah, me, Feb, we went with Marcus to go get him a car. Nigga. Things went
that was an adventure.
Bruh. I mean, first of all, we went to fucking Virginia to do it. Ooh. We're in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Oh, damn.
Things went a little sideways. Partly because of him. Marcus is always going to be his own worst enemy, and it's cool. We'll be there. we'll be there to save him from himself. But like I said, partly because of him, partly because of just how the nature of how these things go. Some things just go wrong when you're negotiating thousands of dollars.
I don't know where Napalm is. That's a good question. I talked to him the other day though. He's good.
And then partly because of freak instances, things that just don't usually happen. Like I said, we went to Virginia. Somehow what he wants in cars, he can never find in Maryland. I say somehow. I'm chalking that up to him, it being partly his fault because he is picky and specific. Yeah. Which is cool when it works.
It's cool when it works, but when it don't, yo.
But it's not a terrible thing in this case because the car is a pretty big investment.
On the bus the other day.
Word. The car is a pretty big investment, so I'm not as I didn't fuss at him at all about being picky because of this, because it's a car. It's thousands and thousands of dollars that you're about to invest.
Yeah, and
you should have something close to what you want.
You should, absolutely, 100%.
So
There
there's an element of truth to that.
Yo, that's hilarious, yo.
We gotta be there, and we gonna be there. It is what it is. Like I said, pretty big investment. He knew exactly what he wanted. He looked up and found basically the exact same car that he had, except 2 years newer.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
And with fewer miles on it.
What could have possibly went wrong? I mean, this sounds like it's working.
This was incredible.
It's giving success.
However, here's where his unrealistic expectations come into play a little bit. And I didn't think about this until afterwards.
Right.
Just in any situation, because the specifics aren't even necessary. And unless your credit, all right, so if you're in a situation where you have a car that you're currently paying for,
right,
and that car goes away, unless your credit jumps significantly, then if you find the same car but newer with less miles, your payments are going to jump significantly.
Facts.
It's that simple, and I did not put this together until later, but yeah, it's literally that simple. Unless because you're paying for something that's by definition of what it is more valuable than what you had.
Right.
So you're going to be paying more.
Right.
It's just that simple. I don't think he ever thought about that, or at least thought about it that way.
Right.
And that led to quite a few shenanigans. But then on the other end of the spectrum, the dealership had some interesting things happen. Like one of the things, which may actually be the case now across the board for the big time dealerships,
right,
but we weren't aware of this. You can only pay up to $5,000 on a card per transaction.
Interesting.
Which between the three of us, we didn't know.
Right.
That's one thing. Also, the finance guy, when he went to put Marcus in for his numbers, made a typo, I guess, and it fucked everything up. It fucked the financing up.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the freak instance that just doesn't happen. Apparently, all dealerships in VA, their tag system was not working. So he wouldn't have been able to take, even if none of the other things went wrong, he wouldn't have been able to take the car home that night anyway.
Oh, yo.
Yeah. So
I swear I hate that entire process, man.
It's
gotta be a better way to streamline shit. Like, yo, the whole process is
what it is.
Draining.
Story has a relatively happy ending. I mean, he ended up getting the car. So, I mean, he has basically what he wants again.
Right.
And most is well with the world. I ain't gonna say all.
Yo, you and Fabo, y'all had to come through.
I mean, listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. On to work.
No.
Oh, thank you. Children. The lot of them.
Damn.
Nigga, what is wrong? I'm sorry. I'm going a little bit off the rails. One of the things that this week taught me above all else is that my job, not my job title in the world.
Right.
No, my specific job at my specific company that I work for is absolutely essential.
Wow.
No other time has it been more clear, more abundantly clear than Thursday. Because they really don't know how to use computers, like on several different levels. Like,
whoa. Explain that, because we have been living in officially the computer age for quite some time. Surely someone on that job knows how to use one.
What you end up running into is a scenario where people know enough to be dangerous.
Damn.
Which isn't really helpful, because we don't want the danger. That's
and they know enough to get on your nerves.
Oh no. They know little enough to get on my nerves.
Right.
So
this donut is delicious, by the way.
That's the fourth one?
Second, your ass.
My bad. My bad. So I was training 2 people.
Yeah, new people?
No. On a specific a new process. I was training them, and a supervisor and a subservient to that person. So it was a nightmare. The supervisor, for normal reasons that I expect, she is older and she is not really computer savvy. I get that. I expected to have difficulty with her because I'm aware of how these things work.
Right.
Between late Wednesday and early Thursday, her and I sat down as I drug her through the process several times, with her taking and amending notes as we go along.
Now, hold up. Did you drag her through the process, or did you dog walk her through the process? There's a significant difference.
No. Again, her issues weren't necessarily her fault. So I don't hold nothing against that. That's you were born when you were born. You had the opportunities in life or situations in life that you had. You don't really rock with this computer stuff. I got you, but you want to learn today.
Yeah, because it's 2023.
It is what it is. I don't have sympathy as far as her not picking it up. Oh, you gonna pick it up,
right.
Or you gonna look at these notes every time. One of the two, but you're gonna get the process.
Nigga,
but I do have sympathy as far as you're not doing anything extra. This is legitimately like you legitimately don't get the shit.
Right.
So yeah, I got sympathy as far as that's concerned. So again,
this is
most of the training. It's like 7.
That's not nigga.
No.
This is 3.
Shit. So most of that training happened on Thursday, though. We ran into a very small problem Thursday. That was only a problem because I wasn't giving all the information up front. But her employee, we'll call her Miss Know-It-All.
Hold up. Why do we call her that?
Details. Miss Know-It-All was in the room by this point. So she's chipping in her 2 cents.
And obviously helping, right?
Mind you, she wasn't fully aware of what we were even doing at this point. She didn't really know what we were doing at this point, but she's offering solutions. So she would offer a solution. I would explain to her that it was wrong. Then the supervisor would offer a solution, and I explained to her that it was wrong. And they went back and forth a couple times. Finally, I had to tell them both to shut up. Yeah. Finally, I had to tell both of them to shut the fuck up. Like, shut up. Stop. Stop it. I explained to them that the problem that they're trying to solve isn't actually a problem. I just needed to do something that I already know how to do.
Right.
That's it. It's not that big a deal. Turns out, I know how to do this so great that I had done it already. I actually already done it like a month prior.
A version of you did it.
No,
you are gang. You are gang.
no. I had already done it a month prior.
Gang, yo.
I had already done it a month prior in anticipation that this was going to happen at some point. I hadn't had a conversation with them at that point. I just did it because I was like, at some point, this is going to come in handy.
That was
Let me go ahead and take care of this. I mean, listen, it is what it is.
TVA gonna prune your ass. Keep it up.
Hey. God damn it. Like I said, it turns out I actually already done it a month prior in anticipation of that very moment. Training commenced. Something else popped up that wasn't immediately clear to the supervisor, and she asked how it was going to be taken care of.
Okay.
Before I could respond, Miss Know-It-All jumps in. Of course, she was wrong. The supervisor corrected her this time. Then they start going back and forth. I stopped them and I told them, but mainly Miss Know-It-All, because the supervisor was right. I explained to them, I don't need y'all help.
How did you say that?
Oh no, it wasn't that nice.
I didn't think so.
No, I don't need your help in trying to figure this out. It's already figured out. Just chill out. And listen. You would think, right, Cindy? Like I said, I don't need your help. I have this figured out. Just because you can't figure out where I'm going next does not mean there aren't more steps that are already established. Chill out.
Right.
Calm down.
Right.
To the supervisor, I say, hey, you're putting more pressure on yourself than you have to. Yeah. You're good. You got this. To Miss Know-It-All, shut up.
Shut your cake hole.
You don't know what we're doing.
Nothing.
You don't know. You jumped in the middle of this process. No, I ain't saying all this, but you jumped in the middle of this process just assuming you knew shit.
Right.
Chill out. Wait your turn. I'll deal with you in a minute. Because she asked me during this process, she was like, well, are you going to show me? I don't have as big of an issue trying to show you because you're more computer savvy than she is.
Right.
But let me hammer the details out and then I'll be with you.
Right.
It's not a problem. You can go sit down. You're not needed here right now. So she finally goes and went to her seat. So I finished with the supervisor. Get through the whole process. She has her notes. I take the notes. I walk out of her office and I go to Miss Know-It-All. Let's stop right here. I now fully understand why people mansplain. Let me be clear.
No.
Let me know. Let me be clear. No.
That's happy to be explaining.
No, nigga. Let me explain. Let me Yo, let me clarify. How are we defining mansplaining?
I was about to tell you. You're a man that's explaining something.
See,
that's one definition.
Right. See, so
the other definition is you're condescendingly explaining something that people already know.
Right.
So if they don't already know it, you're not mansplaining.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain that in her story,
oh shit,
I'm mansplaining.
Oh shit,
I'm fairly certain because I've heard her say that about other people.
Oh yeah, you would definitely, bro.
Oh.
You was definitely in that story.
Oh.
You heard her say that about other people. The story. But the thing,
I've heard her say
here's
that
the issue. The complaint has been, and it's a valid complaint. I've seen it done myself. The assumption that the little woman over here doesn't understand this particular concept, practice, whatever.
Right.
And then you go out of your way to shout them down about some shit that they already knew.
Absolutely,
but that's
ridiculous.
not what you were doing.
That's not what
that's
not what he was doing.
Oh, okay.
That's not what he was doing.
Okay.
No, he was not. That's not what he was doing. He is the owner of a company that does investigatory practice for potential tenants.
Right.
He got that shit down pat.
That's
he know all the laws.
Yeah.
He know all the processes. He know all that. She don't know. She knows precisely dick.
Right. This is it right here. This is it right here, McKenna. The difference to me is when a guy tries to explain something to someone who is equally or more qualified because they feel superior, not a she who knows nothing. Right. Right. And this is a case where the person didn't know anything.
But I promise you. I
anything.
promise you. In her story. Mm-hmm. I was.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that, sir. Every villain is a hero in their own story. In my story, all I'm trying to do is save the world. In reality,
you know what I'm saying? Burn them all. Some men just want to see the world burn. Anyway, so she is. Let me move on. So I take the notes out to her. She literally did not look at the notes once.
See, this is the shit.
Did not look at the notes once, and then proceeded to struggle her way through the process.
Because she didn't look at the notes.
She tried her hardest not to ask me a question when she ran into an issue. So at that point, all right, how much you hang yourself? I get paid by the hour.
Yeah.
Not by the job.
Right.
So I'm gonna step in when you do something wrong, because
I don't want you blowing nothing up, but
yeah, it's not worth that. But other than that, you on your own.
You got it.
She eventually got it done. But she picked the most long-winded way that was possible to do what we were doing.
But again, does she get paid by the hour?
I don't know.
She does.
I don't know. But that's not her personality.
Exactly, Cindy. That's her own stupidity. She deserves for shit to be hard at that point. Right. No, seriously, because if you're not
once did she look at the notes.
Yeah, like literally it's right there. Listen, I try in my life, just so y'all know, because I know it might be something that confuses people. I try to make things as less labor intensive as possible. When I find a way to do shit that does not require me to do a bunch of heavy lifting, I'm going to do it that way every time. Every time.
Without fail. It's not even a consideration at this point.
Right.
It's headcanon. This is the way that this is done. I don't give a fuck how many.
I don't give a fuck. What other ways you say, if this gets me from point A to point Z in the shortest amount of time, I'm doing that. I'm taking that route.
That's it. That's the thing. So, for a little context, for instance, when you're inside of a program that works with documents, and you go to save a document, when you go to save it, a little dialogue window pops up with a miniature version of the File Explorer.
Right.
In there, you can do pretty much everything you can do in the File Explorer. But her decision was, because part of the process is you had to make a new folder.
Right.
Which again, in the little dialogue that pops up inside of the program that you're working in, you can do that.
Right.
What she decided to do every time that she needed to make a new folder was minimize the program she was working in, go to File Explorer itself, find the folder that she needed to go to, and then create a new folder from there. You just did 4 extra steps that weren't necessary, but if you would have read the fucking notes, you would have realized that you didn't have to do any of that.
Right.
And it was just little stuff like that continuously, though. Like almost every step of the notes, She did extra shit she didn't need to because she don't fucking know no better.
Oh, and also she'll fucking listen.
I mean,
man.
hey, I'm not. Oh, look, there are more issues with her. Like one of the things, two things happened while we were still in her supervisor's office. One, when you ran into that issue about the thing that I didn't know about, the supervisor mentioned that the person that was dealing with what that was currently, she didn't want to put more on them because they were already having issues with their current job. So putting more on them right now just doesn't seem like a good idea because you want shit to be done right. Miss Know-It-All. Well, I'm not doing it. And I looked at the supervisor. The supervisor looked at me. And in my head, I cussed her out.
In your head.
Man, why the fuck are you looking at me? This is your employee.
Yeah.
She just told you what she wasn't going to do.
Do something.
She just told you what she wasn't going to do. That's not how this works. You don't want me to do it. You don't want me to do it.
Maybe.
No, she don't. No, she don't. No, she don't. Now she plans on resuming any type of relationship with this person on top of the fact that they work together. No, she don't. Because this person knows how close me and the supervisor are. So if I lash out on her, she might take it out on the supervisor.
Yeah.
So no, she don't.
That's true.
Supervisor don't want me to. You don't want me to do that. This is what I said. I had this conversation with her. I'm like, yo, I'm nobody's supervisor. I don't have nobody. I don't have no subordinates. There ain't not a soul that I am responsible for. But there are a bunch of people in this motherfucker that got to listen to what I say.
Right.
I, because of that, don't like telling people what the fuck to do. Because it creates this fucking cognitive dissonance in their head where for some reason they still don't realize they have to listen to what the fuck I'm saying, even though I'm not technically in charge of them.
Well, see, that's also that's ego shit too.
Yes, and that's what I said. I said one of the biggest things I have, I don't like yelling at these managers because in their head, oh, I'm a manager. All right,
and you are nothing. A dust mote on the boot of life.
Right? It's like you're a manager. Cool story, bro. Do what the fuck I told you. Like I don't understand. This was not whatever. It wasn't a suggestion. It wasn't a suggestion. This is how it is going to be done. This is how you need to do it.
Right.
End of story.
Right. No,
I didn't approach you like that because I figured that we could be fucking adults about this.
Well, you figured.
Hey,
wrong.
No, it's cool because I just end up going to my power source. And
your power source.
When that happens, shit gets shut down. So I try to avoid it at all costs. I will literally try I will give them 2-3 chances, which is more than I generally do in real life.
Right.
So, yeah.
Listen. You did all you could do, but at a certain point, you can't really make somebody listen. When a person's at a point where they're not hearing you, the only thing that will make them even come close to receiving anything is them fucking up.
Oh, my bad.
This guy is so ass.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. No. There was another situation where I even because the same supervisor, same Miss Know-It-All, and someone else was in the office too. This don't concern y'all. Y'all can leave. And of course, Miss Know-It-All took her good time to leave because she wants to. Oh, he can't tell me what.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's cool. Excuse me, ma'am. Supervisor, we'll finish this once she leaves.
That's crazy.
Yo, it's shit get annoying. Like, stop trying to put yourself over where you aren't.
Yeah, you're trying to put yourself over like you are some place that you should be. This is not.
What the fuck is calling me? Hold on.
Everybody.
I think this might be important. Not important, but important. Hello?
Yo, the thing that's funny about this,
hello,
is he hates when people call him. And
hello?
now it looks like he's having an issue.
All right.
Like,
I'll be right back.
Yo, this nigga got some food.
Shut up.
Yo, I have dealt with little know-it-alls at the workplace before. It's annoying. But I think it's more annoying for me when I'm not in charge. Because I can't shut it down necessarily. You know what I mean? But it just so happens that my last forays into the workforce where I was actually working for somebody else, I've been in a position of authority. So when situations take place where I know better, right? And someone tries that know-it-all shit, I shut that shit down quickly. Ooh! Yo, Christian said, I figured it was food because James answered the phone.
No, that's right. Listen,
what up, Ken?
I don't hide who I am.
Hold up, real quick. Ken, what's the temperature where you at right now?
Well, how much do you torture yourself?
Because I need to know this type of stuff.
I need to know. You sound like Miss Know-It-All.
Listen, no, she doesn't need to know anything. That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. I'm asking. What's the temperature down there? Because it's every day of spring, so I'm just checking. See if climate change changed that. 19 degrees Celsius.
I talked to Marcus about that last situation, and the way I explained to him, because at first he didn't understand. The way I explained to him, he got instantly. I was like, remember when when like you was younger and like there would be parents around, and it might not.
That's
be
actually not bad, Cindy.
Yeah,
we had
30, it could be.
We had 36. So
remember when you was younger, or you might have seen some older people do it when you was older. But again, there's young people involved.
Yeah,
and there's like kids around each other, and there are also parents of those kids around each other.
Yes,
and it's like one of the kids is misbehaving, and they parent ain't doing what they supposed to do to stop.
Yeah, but
and the other parent is like, you just not going. You need me doing it?
Yeah, because I got you. If
I was like, same thing. He was like, well,
I've actually had the opposite happen as well. Where another parent attempted to stop me from doing what I was supposed to do.
Oh no, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how well you think you know me. I don't know you.
This is my kid, B.
Like, yeah, if you think that was about to work, I don't know you.
Yeah, facts.
Fuck that.
Ken said, either of us, we play disc golf. I don't think I've ever played disc golf.
I have no idea. I have no idea what that is.
The closest I've come to playing
ultimate
any sort of golf. Ass. The closest I came to playing any form of golf has been on GTA 5. I love the golf game on there. And like it's sunny. Usually when it's a sunny ass day, the greens look great. Just out there doing it. That's dope. But I did this motherfucker. What you over there? This motherfucker. They must be good as shit because I had him over there.
Oh, that's
I did come close to playing golf before.
So
my uncle took a trip down to Florida to golf.
Wow.
That's money. So on his way, it's money.
That's money.
Because he money. He's money.
I get
so he goes down there, and when he comes back,
I knew it was frisbees. See, I was right. Goddamn it,
it's frisbees. Oh, I'd play that.
I probably would.
I would play that.
Yeah.
I would 100% play that. I could have. I had a chance to go, but I didn't take it. The second time I did. He went.
You ain't quite as fancy as him.
No, he'd pay for all of it, but
that's not I'm not talking about money. I'm saying your taste.
That's
You
true.
ain't quite as fancy as he is.
Yeah, and just because I played on the game or GTA don't mean
Right, don't mean
to be Tiger Woods.
There are a couple
I
things
like him. Nah.
There are a couple things that Marcus does that I'm just not fancy enough. I ain't worried.
Some
of it I'll participate.
But it
with
might.
him,
I seriously contemplated it, right? Because it was cold. It was winter. He went down and see my uncle. His mom had passed. My grandmother had passed, and he had gone through a bunch of shit, right? So this was his way of decompressing after all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But I would 100% would have went. And in a way, now I look back on it, I think I probably should have gone the second time when he asked me about it. I should have gone only because not too long after that, he had a heart attack and died on the gurney, but they brought him back. And we didn't know. I didn't know all that shit happened until one day I'm over at my sister's house. I'm in Baltimore, my sister's house. He pops over there, and he tells us, I was like, Uncle George, how come you ain't tell nobody? Y'all here in these streets dying and shit. Right? You ain't telling nobody nothing. But
it's kind of important.
It is what it is. Shout out to Uncle George.
Absolutely.
He got that bank. He got that bank.
So, as far as Miss Know-It-All, she eventually got it done. But I told the supervisor, I don't want her training anybody.
Yeah,
there's another person that needs to learn it. I don't want her training anybody because she's not going to do anything but confuse them. Also, because she has a habit of doing this, because the supervisor won't put her fucking foot down. If she comes in here to your office and happens to see you doing it and tries to tell you you're doing it wrong, also ignore her.
Yeah.
Set her the fucking straight.
Don't know what
the fuck she's talking about.
Right.
So, all right, next idiot. So there's this new website that we're using to do some things.
ChatGPT?
No, nigga, shut up. Who are you? I don't know you. Go away. This new site we're using to do some things at work, and it's relatively new, so people are gonna have questions. I get that. That's fine. That's standard. That makes sense. However, some of the people are asking the same questions over and over again, and it's pissing my boss off, which again, understandable.
Right.
I get both sides of it. But this one manager says, sends her an email. Well, this particular manager has two other managers under him, and he's like, well, we don't understand this, and I wonder if you can come out and teach us how to use this, and blah blah this, blah blah that. So before she responds to him, she calls me in her office. She's like, all right, do you know anything about this? I said, no, They don't ask me shit. They haven't asked me a single question about this. She said, huh. So, all right, I'll tell him that I'll meet with him next week. When the next time you going out there? So I'm going out there Friday. She said, all right, get their questions so that I can be prepared to help them out next week. I said, cool, no problem. So she wrote back in the email, James will be out Friday. Whatever questions you have, give them to him, and we'll meet next week. Right. So one of the managers that's under him is my homegirl. I see her first. Out of the three of them, I see her first. Hey, what? You got problems? I ain't no problems. You sure? Because your homeboy said you had questions. Nah, I ain't got no questions. The only questions I ever have happen when I'm actually doing it, and I happen to be on the phone with the person downtown who also does it. So she just helps me. It's not a problem at all. Right. Oh, so you have no questions? No. Okay. skipping ahead in time, I see the other manager that's under him. Hey, you got any questions? No, I ain't really got no questions. Like I had
no questions for you.
Yeah, I had a couple issues, but they were all solved. They were all taken care of. You sure? Yeah, I get it for the most part. Pretty good. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
So let's rewind. Shortly after I asked my homegirl, dude comes in.
Mm-hmm.
The manager that's on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he comes in. All right. Do we have questions for James? So he asked her, and she's like, "No, I don't have any questions." And he's like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Do you have any questions?"
Right.
I have questions that I can ask if we go to this other office, this place that's 5 miles away from where we are.
Yo, I'm just,
sir. Where we are doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not. The site is not based on where you are. You can just sign in and go.
Did you tell him it ain't where you are? It's where you at?
Okay, no, I did not, because I don't joke with him.
Oh, damn.
We don't. We ain't got that kind of relationship.
Damn.
So I say to him, doesn't matter where we are. We can do it here. He responds, "Yeah, I know, but we can't just move her out of her seat to look at this. First of all, sir, yes, the fuck we can. For two reasons. Number one, my homegirl, love her to death. Mm-hmm. One of my oldest friends at this job. Mm-hmm. She's your subordinate.
Right. All right.
That's number one.
Right.
She's your subordinate. If you need her computer, and she's not particularly busy, you can ask her to use her computer. Number two,
he told you don't ever presume what I can do.
Oh, okay. Number two, she don't fucking care.
Right.
Again, it's my homegirl. Right. I know her.
Right.
She don't fucking care. She
not tripping.
She go do something else.
Right.
She not tripping. Number three, there are 2 other empty computers in this office, sir, that nobody is sitting at right now.
Right.
You could have went to any computer because it's a website, which means it's online.
Right.
Which means any device that you can get to the internet with,
right,
you can get there. Okay. And before,
he
I
mad.
got a chance to say
he hates your ass.
No, I didn't say anything. I didn't say any of this to him before I got a chance to. My uncle was like, "Oh no, I'm fine." Because like I said, why the fuck would she care? It's not a big deal. Yeah, before I got a chance to respond, "Oh no, I'm fine." Mm-hmm. So she gets up. He sits down. First off, he doesn't fucking know his login.
Oh shit!
By heart.
But he want to drag you 5 miles. Directions.
He got to it eventually. He did. What up, sis?
Hey, sis.
He got to it eventually. He did. But that's red flag number 2, because you said we got questions.
You said,
"Hey,
yeah,"
and your helper, your sub manager right here specifically said she ain't got shit. Then you couldn't give me a question off the top of your head. You had to log in.
Right.
So clearly these questions aren't pressing, right? so
interesting.
He logs in and he doesn't know step 0. Doesn't know step 0. Doesn't know. That was this question. So what's the first thing that happens when these things come to the website, sir? As far as I understand, it's self-explanatory.
Okay, so this and like I'm envisioning this in a way that I'm sure it did not look like you telling the story. I'm seeing this big board table, a bunch of seats.
You already wrong.
And you're standing up there wearing your Black Culture Geek shirt.
Dead wrong.
Yo, I swear that's the vision I have. I might make a mid-journey pick.
Anyway, he was like, what's the first thing that happens? I said, that's kind of self-explanatory.
Kind of snarky.
Based on my interactions with other people with this website, it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, you didn't explain it.
Well explained to me. Look, he says, well explained to me. I said, no. He's like, what do you mean self-explanatory? I said, look at there's a category called cases. That's where y'all live.
And you was like, I'm putting cases on all you.
Not quite.
No.
Not quite. That's a different movie. There's a category called cases. Within that category is a bunch of different other categories. What the thing is where the thing will be.
Right.
Well, what do you mean self-explanatory? I said, well,
he's still asking you that.
I said, well, not a single other person has had this question that you're asking me.
Right.
Everybody else just knows. Oh, okay. I'm like, and then I said, you know what? In my head, I'm like, let's prove to him that what I'm saying is accurate. So my homegirl, hey, answer his question for him. She's like, what's the question? And he says, what's the first thing? And she broke it down, went through every single part of it. Because again, it's kind of his job to know. Now, here's the thing. And I tell people at my job this all the time. I have no idea what the fuck you do. Right. I don't know what you do. It is not my job to know what you do. Yeah. It is my job to know how the tools that you use work.
Facts. That's a fact.
But in this particular instance, it wasn't even my job to know how the tool works.
Right.
I don't even know this tool well. I was simply collecting questions to take back to my boss.
Right.
I wasn't even necessarily there to answer the questions.
Right.
Because this motherfucker wanted to call a whole meeting, she asked me to collect the questions.
Right.
So she told me, so she told me the whole point was I was supposed to collect the questions to take them to her so she would be prepared for the next week. So
right.
Clearly now I have to tell her, no, there were no actual questions.
Right.
And now she's going to be more upset at him than she is already. He has a very bad reputation already with my boss. Yeah. And now she's going to think he's even more of an idiot because, she's kind of right. It just is what it is. I'm like, okay, I'll give him a little bit of grace because the day that they had the big meetings about this, he was off. Sure. However, this is still your job. And the people under you, the managers that are under you went to these meetings. You could have easily got the information from them. You could have just went to them. It's very simple. You could have just went. Then he's like, I'm. He didn't tell me this. The homegirl told me this. She was like, he's pushing to get this quote unquote on somebody else's computer that's at the job that he is at the most of the time. Mm-hmm. Sir, she is not a manager. You don't like doing work. You've never liked doing work.
Yeah.
It is why a lot of the people under you don't like you.
Because you don't like doing work.
My homegirl, long before she was a manager, was running one of the jobs that she was at that you were responsible for because you don't do no fucking work. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. But what happened is, long time ago, he had family downtown.
Right.
So he was kind of untouchable.
Yeah, well, funny thing about being untouchable.
Hey,
every so often,
don't get me wrong.
Touched.
Hey, it is
every so often.
Do not misunderstand what I'm about to say. If I was untouchable, nigga.
Look, watching the Kevin Costner, Sean Connery movie has taught me one thing, if nothing else. No one is untouchable.
That's fact.
All of you motherfuckers can get touched. All you motherfuckers can get touched. Every single one of years.
I'm putting cases. Oh, we did that already.
I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
The last thing for my week was just
you should have walked out of that boardroom like King Kong.
There
ain't got
no
nothing.
boardroom. There was no boardroom. That's not what happened. I already expressed this to you. Yeah, just being obtuse for obtuse sake. It's cool.
Wait till you see how
these things work. No, I get it. I got these things.
Visual representation.
I get how these things work. Nope, I understand. So here's the thing. The last my week thing is the update to the father situation.
Oh yes.
I taught this nigga. That's really most of the update. I ain't even hold you.
Hey yo,
he texted me. We've been texting back and forth. I found out some interesting stuff. Why I'm throwing gang signs though?
I don't know, but yeah, that was you trying to explain, talking with your hands and shit.
No, here's the thing. What I've learned in my years of non-managing management is the way that I do hands. I can't do that at work.
Me either.
Yeah, I can't do that at work.
Let me talk. See, I talk to my hands when I'm explaining things.
No, nigga, that's not my point. That's not the point that I'm making.
When I'm explaining
that's not the point that I'm making.
Oh, what's up?
But I can't do hands at work. They're already intimidated.
You know what though? I can see that. See, I can see that. I can. The general makeup. And I've seen it in person.
When
we were down at the Federal
Hill. That was happenstance.
Hey, bro, happenstance.
It worked in our favor.
Yeah, you wasn't attempting to do it.
No,
but knowing that even when you're not attempting to do it,
hey, listen,
it's a thing. Hey. It's also a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, it just is what it is, my guy. Like I don't be trying to do it. I be trying to handle things like mature adults.
Right. But it doesn't always work out that way.
It rarely works out that way because humans are ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, I talked to him. Shit, what can I actually say on here? I had to.
First of all, does he watch the show?
I'm not sure. I'm not fucking sure now because I think I mentioned last week how one of the things that I was trying to avoid was cussing him the fuck out.
Yeah. You did.
I did not. Did mention
to
that point. Didn't get to that point. I did, however, have to ease him back a couple times.
Sir, it was encroachment.
Yeah,
encroachment.
Sir, this ain't
that
quite that. Chill out.
I think one of the hardest. We was talking about this earlier. Actually, one of the hardest things is for an adult parent, in quotations, to recognize the transition between when that was your little boy and this is a grown-ass man. So imagine how hard it is for someone that hasn't been there for 17 years and literally has no clue as to your personality, the requirements it takes to deal with you and talk to you, what pisses you off, your responses to things. It must be a nightmare. So the courage part of that, I can give him a bit to go in it with that, provided I know what the motivation for all of this is. That's kind of conditioned on a lot of things. Like what's the motive? Did you ever get to the motive of all this?
I mean, no.
Damn.
Well, hold up.
Damn.
I kind of maybe. It's just that what it seemed to me that the motive was something that I'm not necessarily interested in. I explained that.
Yeah, Discord. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
That's like that's probably all it is. It's probably nothing like super like big or anything. It's probably just that.
Right.
But like I
might want to play
had to explain like
disc golf.
It's and I want to be clear on here because I was clear with him. This isn't out of anger. This isn't me trying to downplay a situation. This 100%. Isn't. But I had to make it clear to him, like, me allowing this to go as far as it's gone thus far has nothing to do with him. Like I told y'all last week, the reason I even told my sister yes was for her benefit.
Right.
Because I was on the phone with her. I heard how this was affecting her.
100%.
So absolutely. Oh, nah, you. And I think that might have been the kind of like the tipping point to me realizing that this really don't got much to do with you, sir.
Yeah.
Like feeling the way I felt when I got off the phone with her, because whenever we talk on the phone, that is not the vibe at all, not even close.
Right.
There's never been a time when she was hesitant to call me. Like, what? No, that's not a real thing.
No, it's a real thing now.
Right. So I was like, yeah, you caused all of this. But I mean, not but. So I'm not doing anything to, what's the word?
By the way,
to make anything easier for you.
Hold on for 1 second before I forget. Ken, I took that link to the video and I saved it because I want to actually check out what the hell disc golf is.
Monkeys in their curiosity.
Yeah.
So yeah, like my purpose is not to make anything necessarily easier on this individual. My purpose is not to fulfill any like dreams or
fulfill the dreams.
Yeah, like I don't.
You're not out here fulfilling dreams.
No, like, not for him. Like I don't. This most of my curiosity. I explained to him, like, because he understandably. What up, B? Understandably, he thought that I was harboring some type of hatred for him.
Well, here's the thing about that. It is understandable because we hear it so many times. We've seen examples of so many times. But again, this also goes in line with the not really knowing you.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I told him, like, I don't have hatred for you. I don't really have anything for you. The extent to what I have for you is curiosity. And I think he may have misunderstood that, given what he said next. And I was like, oh, wait, let me make this clear.
Wait, there's more.
Like, let me make this clear. When I say curiosity, that's largely not about you. That's largely about my family.
Right.
Like, right. I didn't say all of this because it's a text message. It was already long enough. But I don't believe I've ever met my grandparents. I have no idea if either of them are alive.
So that's
no idea, no clue.
That is, there are many times where people don't realize how fortunate they were,
bruh,
because it seems like what you have is a norm, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not really a norm.
And I had to deal with the cognitive dissonance of that because of my mother's side.
Yep.
I know so much of my grandparents. I met my great grandmother on my mother's side.
Right.
She died when I was young, but I met her.
Right. That's crazy.
So, like I said, I don't recall.
But then now that I think about it, my father had the same, because my biological father was the child of a rape.
Mm-hmm.
So, by extension of that, the pastor that raped my grandmother, he had parents.
Mm-hmm.
My father never knew. That's
good.
Yeah.
Like you take these things for granted because it's your experience. Like it's what the fuck you deal with, but it's not that uncommon for that to not be the case.
You know, and when I think about that, it makes me really appreciate my mom even more because her being the type of person that she was allowed for me to still have grandpa. Because in all honesty, what she went through with my father, she could have decided, I don't want nothing to do with nobody over there for real. And I don't want my kids having nothing to do with nobody over there. And the reality of the situation was, even after her and my biological father was no more, she made sure she stayed connected to his mom. They loved each other. It was always a family thing. And by extension, we got that same. I didn't, because I was a kid. I didn't know it. I didn't think about it how awkward that shit had to have been initially. You know what I'm saying? But no, my mom's love.
Like I said before, my mother had my little brother and sister over.
Right. That's true too, Kristen. With hate, there's still energy. When it's just meh, it's so
yeah. Like I said, the whole grandparents stuff. The only people I've ever met on his side of the family are my little brother, my little sister, my older sister. I met her once. My cousin, but I didn't meet her through him. We went to school together. And two of my aunts, I believe. Outside of that, I know nothing. I don't know if this nigga got siblings. Like, I don't know nothing. So, and I explained to him,
much better. That's much better.
That's much better. No, it's not. Them gang signs are still. It's not much better, actually.
I mean, you know,
nope, not much better. So I told him
it can't do hands, damn it.
It gotta. If it's not accurate, it ain't accurate. I ain't going. We're not handicapping for mid journey. Like that's
not put some gloves on.
Hey, that's gonna be a wild scene. But anyway, so I told him like, I was not this kid that was yearning for a father figure.
You already had one.
Disappeared. Yeah, like this.
Actually, you probably had a couple.
I had several. Yes,
you know what I'm saying,
like this.
Uncles.
My uncles. That this ain't that story, my guy. Like, and I also mentioned like I only bring up the 17 years because that's the last time I heard from you. We've never had a relationship.
Right.
Like we're not like what we're not gonna do is get on here in these text conversations and pretend like it was ever something.
It was ever
wasn't. Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's funny you said that because even with my biological father, we never had a relationship.
Right.
Other than like when I'm little, I have memories of shit that was very awkward at the time that I didn't, looking back on it, it was awkward. I didn't even think about now. I have this memory scorched in my head of the time, probably 5, 4, maybe him over my grandmother's house, him standing here and my mom standing here and him saying hello to my mom and my mom saying hello to him, but not looking at him. And as a kid, you know, but that that shit was
yeah. There was something there.
Something.
Yeah, no, I get that. I see. I believe I'm not unreasonable, right? I don't. Like I'm the first to acknowledge that my memory is trash. So,
same. But my long term is great. It's just the short term.
Well, here's the thing.
My short term ain't shit.
My memory, not that I'm unique in this, but my memory is largely proximity based, but also
I can see that.
Apparently maybe emotion based, because I remember like living in Tidewater, Virginia. And not because I knew that we were in Tidewater, Virginia. I was like, I was young as fuck.
Right.
I just remember, like, I have a vague memory of that house that we were in when we were living there. But I do not have any memories of being out somewhere with my father doing shit.
Wait a minute.
I don't have
So you have no memories of that, but did somebody ever tell you that was a thing? That
No.
it actually okay.
No.
So
I have memories of
that didn't happen.
I have memories of him picking me up and us going like somewhere with my little brother and sister and me being with them. And like, for instance, this one time that he came and got me and we went over his house, but we were in the living room and he went in his room.
I gotta say, bro, I hate that is a thing.
Hey,
where, especially in our community, because it happens in all communities. When I wrote the song "Man Up," you'd be surprised. I heard from people from all different walks of fucking life, ethnic groups, demographics, whatever. But in our community, it's especially egregious for a lot of reasons. It's not just one. I hate that shit though, because these are huge like gaps typically in the development of these people. See, like, I was fortunate in some ways, but even though there was a man there, which was Wayne Williams, my stepdad, he was very much a provider and a protector,
right?
But he wasn't a nurturer.
Right.
That wasn't what he was. I have way more conversations with Malik than he ever had with me. But it's also because I had way more in common with Malik probably than I was from a different, like.
Also, you might have a better understanding of how important it is.
That might be it too.
Yeah.
Maybe because for him it wasn't. He was a very quiet man. Like, very quiet, and that could be what it is. But it's just that these gaps for a lot of people become filled with bullshit. It fills up with bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It fills up with bullshit, and then when they become adults and they still carry that, and they wind up transferring that to another generation of kids. Because I didn't think this was a thing, but I have found out a few years ago that it is. There are people that only think, well, I ain't had one, so I'm all right, so they're gonna be all right. No, that's not the way to.
It's not that simple.
To take from that. It's not what to take from that. But you was a little different.
I mean,
because not only did you have that gap filled with other people, but those other people interacted with you. They got to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that whole thing. For me, that what replaced that nurturing part was streets. It was older guys around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't always get the best lessons from them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always get the best lessons from them, but that will inevitably fill that space. Certain ideas I learned about women, certain ideas I learned about life in general and shit I got from a lot of older dudes around the neighborhood. And to be blunt, many of them in and out of prison, many of them had very negative views about women, even though they were attracted to women. Right. They were attracted to women. Very negative views about women, and had very negative responses to conflict, which inevitably led them to going back and forth to prison. And I picked up a lot of that. So the fact that at 53 I've discarded most of that, is pretty dope.
Yeah,
for you though, you don't. He needs to understand, if nothing else, his slot was filled.
Yeah.
His slot was filled. You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy? Was so crazy.
What's that?
Remember, I don't know if you remember, they had this conversation a long time ago. I had this thing where I know it's just coincidence, happenstance, but you can't tell me that it don't feel like something else.
Right.
Where like I would come up with this idea, and then before I got a chance to execute it, I would see it elsewhere.
Yes.
So similar to that
same issue.
Similar to that, I've written 2 songs about people, and both times before I got a chance to release the song, that person came back into my life.
Yo,
nigga, what is going on here?
That's because you gonna keep inviting the people back. Obviously,
I mean, whoa.
Obviously, the energy.
I ain't got but so much space. Listen, nigga, and I don't even think there's nobody left. That's gone. That I really
damn.
No, I don't think there's anybody else missing. There we go. That's better.
All right.
That left hand still a little.
I mean, you can't really tell though.
No, you can tell, nigga. The first thing I went to look for. You need to do one with no hands, my guy. And the hands need to be missing completely. They need to be hidden. Like everybody else in that photo, you can't see that. Another hand. Another hand is visible in that picture. Except my janky ass one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nah, I'm not accepting that. Try again, Sailor.
I could probably get rid of that thumb and then just like you making a fist.
No, maybe.
Like you just making a fist.
Maybe.
Like you about to punch one of these motherfuckers. Like, look,
I said what I said. The guy on your left looks like one of my bosses. That's funny.
Damn. Damn.
So I've discovered quite the bit about my siblings since since this whole thing has started. So that's
a good
kind of cool. So here's the thing. What I said is one of the things I said was like I could literally be walking by people who I share blood with, and I will never have a relationship with them.
Yeah. Mike is right. He says you can learn both through nurture and from those being an example of what not to do. That's what I learned from my biological problem. For a lot of people, they suck at identifying what the lesson is that is being taught. Yeah,
that's the fact. It's not simply for the fact of him never introducing them to me. Mm-hmm. It is for the fact of, like I told him before, it's not about you. I legitimately do not have a bunch of space in my life for more people. So,
hey, yo, this is bugging, yo. This is bugging.
I am watching.
I am the watcher.
I mean, listen. But I told him like, I can introduce you to your other siblings. No, that's not the point that I'm making.
It's not the point. However, some of the siblings, I mean, the number and the age range was crazy. When you told me that age range, that is crazy.
This nigga was having kids for like 17 years.
Jeez. You sure his name isn't Abraham? Father of many nations. Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, I think I can't remember exactly how old my little brother is, but I believe the age gap from my oldest sibling to my youngest sibling is like a cool 18. No. It's more than that.
More than that,
because you're like 17 years older than me,
right?
So it's a good 24.
You know, in the comic book, they say Thanos has children all over the universe.
Nigga, that's
thousands of years.
That's why I low-key expected, like, he ain't say that this wasn't the case yet.
Right.
That's why I low-key expected there to be more, like, younger, like, after my little brother, but maybe not. But, yeah, my oldest sibling is Tim's age.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
That's insane, bro.
That is ridiculous.
That's insane.
I mean, hey, it is what it is.
I mean, sure, and it's funny because you got to live out something that I've wondered for years because of the rumors that my dad may have had other kids in other countries and all that other shit, right? Because of the rumors, right? I was like, damn, what would it be like if somehow one of them other ones found out about me, found out about my sister, whatever, and somehow got in contact? Well, how the fuck would I even react to something like that? Now, you haven't had the part where you got to meet those other people.
Yeah.
But the fact that you know it's been confirmed for you that they are out there is a crazy bar, yo. That's a wild bar.
Yeah, but one of the biggest issues with that for me is I don't look like this nigga. Like, not like you see me next to my mother, you know.
Yeah.
That's some kind of kin to me.
That's facts.
The rest, obviously, the rest of my siblings wouldn't look like that because they don't have the same mother.
Yeah, right.
Not to say I don't look like him at all. I don't know. Because
here's the thing about that. So I have seen situations that my daughter is different in that she managed to get this amalgam of her mom and me. So when she's with her mom, she looks like her mom. When she's with me, she's like, oh no, y'all.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
She got an amalgam of it. But I have seen cases.
I'm not sure how common it is, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen cases where the child looks like one of the parents.
Right.
I don't much see the resemblance with the other parent.
Here's the thing.
I
don't trust you niggas.
That's it.
Because you niggas will say anybody look like anybody. Like, legitimately at my job, the people that I'm close to at my job, when they found out that Tony was my stepfather, they didn't know stepfather. They heard that's his dad. And oh yeah, y'all look just alike. No, we don't.
Nigga. You know what I mean? Yo, you know what I mean? I've literally heard for years in the hood and beyond the hood, in a lot of places. There were people that thought that Marlon was my biological brother. Me and Marlon don't look alike at all. At all! At all. And yet, my daughter, we've been places, me, her, and Yetta. And people go, oh, yeah, I knew that was your daughter because of... No. They are not. They're not biological. No.
She didn't come from her.
No. They are emotionally that.
Right.
But they are not.
Chrissy said that's me and my father. No one would know. Yeah, that's how it is. See, and until some of those people actually met my mother. Right. And they were like, oh, no, you look like her. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up. Clearly your filter is off. No, clearly your filter is off. I don't trust none of you niggas.
Shut your pie hole.
So like, and I know for a fact I'm not good at that. Like, I'm not good at
either.
Look like unless y'all look alike.
Y'all have to really,
like you have to have stolen this person's face.
And I'll be trying to look too. Like I'm looking at around the eyes. I'm looking at around the cheekbones. You know, the typical areas, the shape of the head. I'm looking at typical areas.
Right.
And there are times where I don't see it.
I don't get it.
Yo, to be truthful, I didn't see me and my brother's resemblance until I got older.
Word. Chrissy, that's because y'all light skin. People do that, yo.
You're right, though. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
People do that.
You're not wrong.
And it's like,
have you seen, classic example, Marlon's father and Marlon look just alike, except Marlon, especially when he was younger, light skin. Marlon's father, dark. But even with that's Tyrone's son. That's Tyrone. Yo, bro, it's no way. That's Tyrone's son.
Word. Yeah, well, the only mistake I usually used to get was my cousin, because my cousin kind of looks pretty close to what my mother looks like, and she was the potential age difference,
Right.
older than me. So I did used to get that a lot. Like people did used to think I was her child.
Right.
But again, that was until they saw me next to my mother.
McKenna says, I look too much like my mom. Bio father and dad look nothing like me. Discord says Jack Quaid is a very good blend of his parent. Yeah. And you get that sometimes where like,
absolutely.
I see.
And I feel like that's kind of like best of both worlds, just on the overall.
It is.
But my point is, I don't look like these niggas.
I don't think I like my phone. But
it was a very real possibility. Like, not to be like dark or anything.
It's
a very real possibility that I could be somewhere and run into a female that happens to be related to me, and I have no idea. Like,
bro, here's the thing that's scary about that. It's happened in my family,
nigga.
It's happened in my family where there was a girl met a guy. Thing is, I knew them both.
Ooh.
And they didn't know each other because that side of the family at a certain point got kind of estranged from the rest of the family. So there was no contact, connection, none of that with that next generation, even though I knew this one and I knew this one. I saw them both when they were children. I know them. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know each other though. And you know, mistakes were made.
Yo, no. You talking about mistakes being made?
Yeah.
I don't know how real this is. I saw on social media recently. It's this pair of people who have been married for 4 years or 5, somewhere between 3 and 5 years. They got 2 or 3 kids. And then they found out they were brother and sister.
Oh, I'm so grossed out right now.
Nigga.
So, wait a minute. They didn't know from the offspring?
Apparently they got lucky.
Jeez, man.
Apparently they got lucky.
Holy shit.
Now, here's the thing. I know what the popular thing to say would be. Exactly, Discord.
I mean,
I know what the popular thing to say would be. But hypothetically, what the fuck does that do to your mental? Because
I can't imagine.
Nigga.
I have no point of reference.
Right.
I only have a point of reference for the thing that happened because I know that stuff happens, right?
Right.
I have no reference for psychologically what does that do to a motherfucker, yo. If I were to hazard a guess, though, this is how villains are made.
Yo, this is your villain origin story. Like
this is how villains are made, yo.
Something's getting blown up.
Yeah, like I lose it. At that point, I become the Joker. Like I literally I got the pain on the face.
I don't know how I got these scars.
Right. No, not the ones on my face. I mean the ones up here. Man,
I nigga, like Discord said, well, either you get grossed out and separate or make a kink. Oh, listen, hold up, wait. No, here's the thing. As much as we don't like it, that answer is logical.
It is logical, but this is also how you become a villain. Each one of these is a villain story. You get grossed out and you separate, but you still got the psychological. You still got, wonder how I got these scars. You still got those. You still got those, right? When you make a kink out of it, oh my goodness. You go from being the Joker to Carnage.
Nigga. Yo.
You know what I'm saying? No, big, like, oh my,
Here's a couple things. Number one, why would y'all tell the world that?
Yeah, why?
I feel
those
like
children still gotta.
Why would you tell the world that?
Remember what I said earlier in the show? That the internet is not your backyard. It's not your porch. It's not your living room. Why would you?
They spent so much time wondering if they could, and they never questioned if they should.
Yo,
Like, what?
What are you?
Like, here's the thing. Everything before you found out, can't blame on you.
No, not at all.
Shit happens, clearly.
Yeah. Mistakes were made.
What, nigga? But once you found out, you have a list of serious decisions to make.
Yes, you do.
One of them should not have been go on social media and let the world know.
No, nigga, no.
I just feel like that shouldn't have been.
But I could also see the guy after fight. This could be part of the madness that they found out. Like he could literally after this, how all this shit happened, he could literally be like, "I like somebody that plans anything to you." Like I'm like that dog chasing a car. I wouldn't know what to do with my car.
Nah, nigga, you caught this one. I don't. There's no way.
You have to have lost your mind to tell the world that, yo,
bruh. You clearly
your children still have to walk and exist out here, and now
they've clearly been momentarily relieved of their senses because.
But my question is, would it be momentary? Because now that
I don't know.
You said that. You got to look in the eyes of the children you done brought into this world.
A moment of clarity.
Every day. And you're still their parents. Say y'all separate. You're still there.
Yo. Aunt, Dad. I mean, Uncle Dad, Aunt, Mom. Oh. Yo.
This is how villains are made, yo. You not telling me somebody out of that clique in that circle from the
it's gonna be the youngest son.
They're gonna be
the youngest son. He's gonna be a cake crusader.
All right, Kristen.
All right, Chrissy.
Yo,
he's gonna be a cake crusader.
Yo, one of them is gonna be a hero, and one's gonna be a villain. Yo, one's gonna want to make sure stuff like that never happens again, but in a wrong way.
Yeah,
in the wrong way, yo.
Just go out abusing deadbeat fathers left and right.
Nigga. Not only that, going all down south, just killing motherfuckers.
That's terrible. Yo, that's terrible. Wow. Hold on. You need a timeout. This motherfucker. Wow. That was okay. Yeah, that just happened. What we're going to do is we're going to move on to the next thing. So the moral of what the original story was is I talked to my father. That happened. All right. So moving on.
Yo, my stomach hurt. Yo. Lannister reunion. Yo, you don't catch that reference. I know you don't because you didn't watch Game of Thrones, but that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yo, what is going on with me?
Damn it.
I just don't understand.
But moving on.
So let me see if there's an article about this nigga. He wasn't super big, but there might still be an article.
Might be something floating around.
Articles be articling. Hey, there are several articles.
See?
Oh, it's Texas. That's not surprising. All right, so the issue with articles sometimes is
people don't know how to write.
Well, yeah, that's a very succinct way of saying what I was about to say.
Yeah.
People don't always capture all of the pertinent details,
or they give you shit that you wasn't looking for. Like, all right, I've seen cases where, and this is obviously because they have to fill up that article with a certain amount of words. It has to.
Oh yeah, they're quoted.
But you can tell, bro. You can tell. Yes, they do.
Yo,
sis. Yes, they do.
Yo, that makes.
Yes, they do. Sense. I never understood it. I never understood that before now.
Why because you wouldn't have met. Because who the fuck would imagine
that?
Yeah, like
I never understood what the purpose of that was until just now,
nigga. And that's like they have to have. You know what? All right. imagine how tiny the odds are for that to have happened.
Yeah.
First of all, there had to be a broken family. That's not that uncommon. That
small town.
Maybe not. But
I mean, it probably would have happened more in small towns. I would imagine.
No, the nigga could have just left.
But the kids,
he could have just moved to a different place.
That's true. But the kids stayed. But they stayed with different mamas.
One of the kids, right? Oh. That's what I'm saying. Like he had one child and dipped, then had another child, and then somehow later. So you'll have to. There has to be a broken family where the father is such that, or mother, whoever left. But I'm guessing it's the father because the mother would have had both of them, like physically herself.
I'm just going to put this here for comment.
I disagree. There's no way that's true. Anyway,
no, he means they don't have blood tests.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. Wait. So the broken family has to have.
That's true too, sis. She said first cousins used to marry all the time, and I'm still gross.
Then I'm still grossed out. Children have to find each other.
The facts
not under the auspices of trying to find your lost brother and sister. Just happenstance.
Word at word.
Happen upon a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then it has to, as far as unless this has changed, it has to be in one of the states that actually doesn't outlaw this. Yeah. Because I imagine in the states that outlaw it, the blood testing still happens.
I don't know.
I'm not 100% on that.
Florida doesn't have a blood test thing, which goes to most of my point about the South. But look,
no. Florida is its own thing. We're not gonna act like
there are towns in Florida that look like Alabama.
That's facts. But Florida man is a thing.
Yeah, Florida man is a thing.
Right. We not gonna act like Florida is special.
Exactly, Biddy. This right here, here. Royal family with a role model for that inbreed. That is 100% fact. Oh, yeah. And yo, Disco, he wilding.
Yeah, Florida man is a thing. Wilding. All right, so I found an article that hopefully has most of it in it. Okay. A TikTok famous chef and assistant district attorney apologized for past disparaging tweets about Black women, but people are calling for his termination.
See what they do for views?
Chef Way recently went viral on Twitter for an oxtail pasta recipe. However, sleuthers quickly found old tweets where he lambasted Black women for their skin color, hair, and weight.
Yep. The
chef, who is also an assistant district attorney, has apologized amid calls for his termination. Nah. Wayman Wesley, a Houston-based TikTok chef and Harris County Assistant District Attorney, is under fire for past tweets in 2015 and 2016, where he disparaged the appearance of Black women. Wesley, known by his 250,000 TikTok followers as Chef Way, has garnered buzz for inventive concoctions like oxtail pasta, which went viral on Twitter in January. As it did, though, commenters brought to light his old tweets on a now deleted account called Waymo the God.
But whoa. Before, see, I don't like how certain shit gets worded right here. What it sounds like, the way they wrote that, somebody could get the impression that there was this witch hunt where people just found some shit. No, the actual woman that he caused grief to is the one that noticed he was doing really, really good with his thing.
I don't know. I don't know if that's how it happened. I think a couple things happened simultaneously, independent of each other.
Because I saw her post.
Groundswell.
Okay, as I did see her post.
Because now this part is conjecture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the world cares enough about Black women for that.
No, they don't. That's not even conjecture.
I don't think the world cares enough about Black women for the woman who was attacked. One of the women who was attacked to say something, and it caused this. No,
right.
It was a groundswell of several things happening. One of which was one of the women who was attacked, bringing light to it. But other things happened as well, like simultaneously.
Yeah. And the thing that's crazy, He
crescendo.
did that shit. He did that shit, and it wasn't just what he said, because it brought so much attention to her on that post, very popular post. First, the negative stuff. And by the way, what he said was cap anyway. What he said was cap, complete cap. Nothing but hatred that came out of his mouth. Because I saw the picture.
I mean,
I saw the picture.
I mean, no, there was
nothing wrong with her. Nothing. What the fuck he was? That was clearly on skin complexion. That's just white supremacy.
In a thread of screenshots shared by Twitter user from I don't know how to pronounce that. Wesley lambasted black women in various photos for being too black, wearing weaves, which he equated to lies, having stretch marks, and breastfeeding in public. In a screenshot of another tweet, Wesley wrote, "If Black Lives mattered to Sandra Bland, she wouldn't have taken her own life. I'm serious too." On Sunday,
motherfucker like that.
On Sunday, Wesley apologized for the past tweets and claimed that he is now a changed man, all thanks to discovering his love for the culinary arts. Oh, I love how they put a question mark there. I absolutely love how they put a question mark.
Can I say something about that real quick? So he said the culinary arts. See, that's why we not giving him
cooking. I think the words. Here's the actual quote. Mm-hmm. That was a moment in my life. Number one, it was over a year, so that's not a moment. Anyway, that was a moment in my life where I was sick in more ways than one. Cooking saved me. You have watched a flawed man heal. I will continue to heal and learn.
No. This is why we not giving him no grace. Because somebody say,
did you say grease?
No, I said grace.
Okay.
We ain't getting no grease.
Because you're cooking with grease now?
Yeah, we're not even giving no grease either. He's cooking with no grease, none of that. But the reason why we're not giving him no grace is because it's one thing. First of all of us, most of us had toxic beginnings because it was rewarded, especially if you come from places we come from. It was literally rewarded in the neighborhood for you to think that way. And you had adults thinking that way and pressing out upon the kids. And what that does is spread it from generation to generation to generation. However, you can clearly see with a lot of people, especially online, because they post everything they think online, unfortunately, a progression. You see people have posts on there where you can see they had little changes like, yo, I ain't on that. I ain't on that no more. That's crazy. You can see there was never an admission anywhere in any of his posts that he had this epiphany somewhere. So it looks like is you were acting like that, acting out.
No, don't give him no benefit. Though. They know what it looks like. This is what happened.
Right. And then you managed to do something that got you popular and you was about to take off, but you had never made amends for that bullshit you pulled. I'll be the first one to tell y'all. I've now always been the stand-up maniac you see in front of you right now.
You're sitting down.
I've never that you see sitting before you right now. I was toxic. No, I was not the worst of my class, but I was part of that culture, right? About everything, about gay people. I had these negative ideas about women, particularly after that resurfaced after I got angry at my daughter's mom. It was a lot of shit. I got out of that. I got over that. I started learning better, learning to do better. And anybody that knows me has seen the progression over the years. They can see, like, yeah. But we don't see that with this guy.
No. Here's the thing. The apology needs to be as loud as the offense.
That's it, bro. That's it.
So, yes, absolutely. If you went on a personal journey to better yourself,
right,
in general,
right,
that does not necessarily need to be broadcast to the world.
Facts.
Correct.
Facts.
However, you did something that caused harm. Do no harm.
Yeah.
You caused harm,
right,
in public. You cannot repent
in private.
Right. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's not it. Nobody's going to believe you. Whether you're telling the truth or not, here's the thing. You could be telling the truth.
Yeah.
But it's really inconvenient that you would never bring it up until you got in trouble.
Never, ever brought it up. And then you use something like cooking. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, bro. I've heard people use a lot of things. And you can see where it may have had some cooking, But cooking, bro. I've seen people say, "Yo, rap music saved me." And you know what they mean by
Paula
that?
Dean cooked.
Paula Dean cook. That she cooks. But you know what they mean when they say rap saved me? They means I was allowed to rap, which gave me finances,
got me out of this situation,
and got me out of selling drugs. Right. And all of a sudden, I didn't have to do that no more because now I'm making money legally, and I got to see the world. And now I have children. My children never have to live the way I live. That don't work for this.
You're an assistant district attorney.
Yeah, bro. That don't work.
It wasn't poverty that made you.
Yeah.
All right. Several of the influences brand partners, including Smart Kitchen Company, Anova Culinary, and video platform Tastemade, opted to cut ties. Tastemade tweeted that it was shocked and disappointed to see this past behavior coming from a partner creator, concluding that they've ceased their working relationship with him. But Wesley did receive support from the DA's office, of course, because all right, how many? I give you 2 guesses as to what state this is.
Wisconsin.
No.
Oh, damn. New York?
Texas.
I was trying not to include Texas.
Per local affiliate ABC 13, Harris County District Attorney Kim Ogg wrote in a statement that these posts came during a period in which he was struggling with serious personal issues, including alcohol addiction. Wesley has subsequently sought treatment and worked with the State Bar of Texas to resolve his issues. I'm a believer in second chances, she added. Mr. Wesley has conducted himself professionally since joining our staff. Still, Ogg's response hasn't quelled the controversy. ABC 13 reports that civil rights groups plan to hold a demonstration in front of the DA's office on Friday to call for Wesley's termination. Wesley did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
Remember when just a couple of hours ago, I talked about how the internet is not your backyard, it's not your living room, it's not your. Some of y'all get on this motherfucker and act like the only people hearing you or will ever hear you is yourself. That's demonstrably false. By the way, Chef Way, he ain't the only one.
Oh, no. He got. I think that was another thing. That was another part of the groundswell was that other people were in trouble for these types of things during that time. He got swept up into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And classic example. From time to time, I watch the Joe Budden show. I find it entertaining a lot of times, especially when they be going in on each other. That should be funny. They remind me a lot of me, SPJ, Adequate, Napalm. One of the guys, the host on the show, Ice, they found some receipts on him saying very nearly the same type of shit as this motherfucker saying.
He wasn't quite as egregious, but he was still saying very close. It wasn't, when I say not quite as, I mean like not quite as.
So this is what I'm talking about now. I don't think that got much traction. I haven't watched the show since I first saw that, but I did go back to that tweet, and it had picked up some likes and replies and all some shit. And from what I'm gathering, he might actually skate because he's been caught up in shit before. And it's one of these things where there's a bunch of shit in a row over time. You can't catch everything. Yeah. So his biggest thing up to that point was the Meg Thee Stallion shit.
Yeah.
All of them got hit in the head with that, right? So I'm thinking this part coming out under the shadow of that caused that not to be seen as much by as many people and become a thing. Obviously, certain things they won't even address on the show.
Of course.
Sometimes they will, to their credit, but a lot of times they won't. This is one of those things. What I saw from him is ugly. Just like this dude.
Okay, I have another article that has more of the actual stuff in it. All right. In another tweet, he also posted a photo of a black woman alongside a photo of a dumpster, comparing the two and writing that he saw no difference. This person says, I was there. I saw those tweets in real time. He bullied dark-skinned black women and girls to the point where they deleted their accounts, but he wanted to be a viral influencer.
Yeah.
How many girls gave up because of his harassment? Does Chef Way think about that? Probably not. In a tweet, another user said that Wesley caused immeasurable harm by harassing black women and girls, and that his accountability is long overdue. This lady says, got folks asking me if I regret contacting a few of his brand partners and encouraging him to cut ties. The answer is a resounding no.
No.
The harm he has caused to black women, girls is immeasurable, and accountability is long overdue. His downfall is of his own creation.
And again, this wasn't just him somewhere on some little post that didn't get no traction and none of that. Having some little innocuous comment that was ugly and egregious, but it never could. No. Some of the things he said on some of those posts brought traffic to those posts so that other people like-minded like himself got on there and did that. So you're literally talking about hundreds and hundreds of people getting up under these posts saying the most egregious shit to black women, particularly dark-skinned black women, that you would ever see. And it's garbage. It's trash. He never apologized for it. And a lot of those, a lot of his followers are black women. So now you want to sell them shit, right? Now, after you did that, but instead of this fucked up shit about them, now you want to sell them shit. Now you because nobody know because he's up so long. Now you want to sell them shit. Now you want them to give you engagement. A lot of his audience was that. The equivalent. I never understood to this day. I tell you, I never understood why any black women follow Steve Harvey. Never understood that. Because what he did with his first wife. That would have been, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. When he started talking that think like a man shit and start giving relationship advice, I'm like, y'all know what he did with his first wife? Do y'all know that? He ain't it. They got with the dude. What's the other dude? They got caught cheating and wanted got divorced with his wife, Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson.
Yeah.
They got him the fuck up out of here for shit like that, right? But Steve Harvey skated on that shit. Steve Harvey is a motherfucker now.
There's a difference with that just shows you the levels of actual celebrity versus
facts. Yo.
Yeah. Another brand that cut ties with him. I believe that brands are about values. We want to partner with individuals that reflect our own values. Chef Way clearly does not represent the values that we would hold dear. Thanks to those who called this out, we need to do a better job vetting people that represent our brand.
Okay, that's a good statement. I'm gonna say this for all of you manosphere motherfuckers. The advertising community don't really fuck with y'all. This is what we've been seeing. Like they don't want their shit attached to your shit. Yeah. One of the ways that they tend to make money though is they'll get there's other ways to make money with that engagement, those eyes, then going through the official YouTube advertisement or Instagram advertising. If you got a lot of eyes on your shit, you can make money off that shit. Right. But the official lines where you get hooked up with these ads without you actually having to talk to anybody, it's just one of them things that they attach to your videos and stuff. The advertising community, they don't like that shit. They don't like it. I don't know, and that's why I be wondering why people still do a lot of it, because I realize you can get bread in other ways. I realize that, but it seemed to me you're fucking up your personal brand, like your personal brand.
I think some of these motherfuckers, some of these motherfuckers don't actually believe all the shit they're saying. Sure, yes. But I believe some of them, the content isn't work. Their work is finding the money. Yeah. So it's not like they're doing extra work. The content is literally just them being who they are.
That's a fact.
So I think
they're literally just saying what they already think, which makes shit absolute monsters. And to that point, the people that follow these jackasses, what y'all do? Y'all run from one to the next. So one of them gets taken down, hoisted on his own petard.
Well, this is what collabs are for. I feel like whenever they do their collabs, then they're
introducing
their fans cross-pollinate.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's actually a common thing on YouTube. They even tell you when they give you tips on how to do YouTube, doing collabs and shit. So that's the thing. It's just funny to me how y'all run after one toxic Avenger after another. First is Hawkeye. Y'all down with Hawkeye. Then Hawkeye get taken down. Then you down with Cap. Then when Cap get taken down, you run for Iron Man. Then you run for Iron Man next. Then you run. Then none of you have yet to find Thor. None of you. Because he'd be a lot harder to take down. None of you found the Hulk yet, right? Because he'd be a lot harder to take down, right? But the other ones, y'all be, one after another. And it looked desperate. I ain't gonna hold
you.
It looks desperate. It's like, we need a hero. We need somebody to, and y'all don't see that as simping? Because I ain't gonna hold you. I see it as simping. Like you can say all day long, all you want. Talking about guys that don't act and think like you and say they simps for these women. All right, cool. It's a woman. I can do things with her I don't want to do with you. Y'all seem like y'all want to do things with these guys that I don't want to do. You want to listen to them.
That's
I
funny.
don't. I don't want to listen to that. That shit is crazy.
Funny.
And some of you that may be isolated, because it's a very real thing about, they did a study about that shit, about the loneliness of today's male and all of those shit. Gotta say, some of the reason that some of you guys are lonely, because you think like that. I'm just saying, you think like that. Now, I have been just like every other man. I have had my affections spurned, like, I don't want that. I've been rejected. I've been all the same things that's happened to a lot of you guys. It's happened to me, and it did affect me the same way it affects you. The difference is you ain't come up out of it. You're still in it. You're still thinking that way. You would think that rational minds would eventually prevail over that. Yeah, you had your little emotional outburst because it pissed you off and made you feel less than, and yeah, you had that response. Perfectly human. Not gonna be mad at you for that. The fact that you stayed in it though, and now you're looking for heroes, you're looking for other people to say the same things that you're saying for you, and going to the point where now one of them get jammed up for actual human trafficking, for actual abuse. Y'all so far gone that everything is a conspiracy now. There's goddamn audio out here, audio. This man doing this shit, and y'all going so far with the conspiracy thing. That's what Romania is going to do that, huh? They're going to do all that for him.
Yeah.
Him.
Got a whole country out here trying to set him up.
A whole country. Do y'all know how ridiculous you sound? He's not some guy that's out there trying to overthrow a government. He's not some guy that's out there trying to take state secrets. He's not some guy out there that found a way to take money from those government budgets. No, he's a jackass online spewing misogyny. And y'all got this motherfucker in your minds like he was some great revolutionary. And trust me, I say the same thing to motherfuckers that get locked up for crimes that they know goddamn well they had no business doing, and they caught, and you will never hear coming out of their mouth, free such and such. No, B, you did that. You know what free such and such is for? That's for political prisoners. That's for people who did nothing wrong or were acting against an unjust law and got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's for. That's not for your mans and them who clearly broke into that store, right? Took shit, got caught on the camera, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, the police caught up with them, locked their asses up. They already had past previous charges on them, right? So now they getting, instead of 6 months probation, maybe 10 months, now they getting 5 to 6 years, maybe 5 to 10 years, and y'all running around talking about free censorship. No, that's not for that. That wasn't for that. That was for Huey.
Yeah.
That's for Malcolm. That was for Martin. People like that. That wasn't for them. He broke the law. Anybody freeing him? You can say it as much as you want. You can put it on a shirt. You can get a billboard. You can get some skywriters. They not freeing him. He got jammed up, and he chose that.
Mm-hmm.
He chose that. And he knew the risk. So no, that free such and such, man. Well, did he do what y'all saying? Did they saying he did? They not freeing him, no matter what you say. No matter what you say. No matter what you say, they not freeing him.
It's just not the move. I don't like people, yo. I have a strong dislike.
I do too, bro. And the other thing that's crazy about that is I can say that with no reservation because I have too much history to back up why I feel that way personally.
Facts.
And it's too much. Too much.
All facts.
Here's the thing. We all fucked up. But I tend to surround myself with people that's fucked up similarly as myself. And then within hopes that some of the ways I don't have, they have. Ways they have, I don't have that's positive. So I can, all right, bet. You bank off that. I can probably get better. You can probably get better.
Right.
Over the course of time. What's that shit you said before about you and your friends should be talking money at least a couple times. Like, why y'all not? Yeah. Y'all should be talking money.
That's a conversation that needs to be had. Like, y'all ain't real friends.
Right.
Y'all ain't real friends. If y'all ain't never had a conversation about improving yourselves in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
Y'all ain't real friends. What the fuck? Y'all socialize.
Yeah, y'all socialize. But friend, because I want to see all my friends win.
Facts.
Yo, this right here, Biddy. This part kills me. Saw a few videos. He spoke on everything he was doing, acting like he's the man for being able to manipulate people. He literally told on himself. And that's what got him jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck you want? But the way I see some of these people reacting to this, taking to this, like this is their new cause, I gotta say, you must not have ever had any social problems in the world. If this is the hill you're gonna die on.
Yeah, this is it, my guy.
This it? This is the big cause of our time? This? Okay. You can have that. I ain't even what I'm mad at. What you not going to do is free anybody. You can say you're not. That's the other thing. They're not even going to attempt it. That's the other thing. These motherfuckers are punks. A lot of this alpha, bite me with that shit. Alpha, if he was tough, you free him. Tough guy. It's a bunch of y'all, right? You got a hold. You free him. You know it. Y'all know where he at. Go get him up out of there.
Go over it. Because clearly, if y'all been following his word and whatnot, y'all got the money to have 33 cars too. Right?
They have to, right? Biddy,
so
this right here.
Y'all can afford the flight.
The reason you thought he was an act was the same reason I thought he was an act at first. Because when you hear the way he talks about that shit, it sounds like he's putting on this character.
No, I'm past that.
But that's not.
I understand the point that y'all making. I understand the point that y'all making. I am officially past thinking that anybody is joking.
Yeah, because he wasn't. He clearly wasn't. Yo, as evidence. But what I mean is, he talks so awkwardly.
I get it.
Like when you hear him speak, it's like
I'm past it, my guy. Because we've seen so many situations where,
can't even deny it. And yo, the fact is, a guy like that not only was talking about that shit, he was doing it. And how broken are you? How broken are really? I'm gonna ask, how broken are any of you? Even to do what the Chef Wade guy did. How broken are you?
Clearly.
To do that.
And here's the thing about that the DA response. All of that could be true too.
Yep.
But again, timing.
Yeah.
The timing is way too convenient.
It is, bro.
Nah, B, we
don't see no other case of you apologizing.
Right.
The shit you pull. None of that.
No evidence of your struggle with alcoholism. And again, none of this is necessary under normal circumstances.
No.
If you happen to have be an alcoholic and it's affecting your life and all that other shit, and you get the treatment that you need and you become a better person, none of that needs to be shared on
I
social
know
media.
too many people who are alcoholics and didn't do that. See, this is the other
Bruh,
thing too. That's the other thing, bro. Like when people be trying to use that mental health, all some shit. Like, yo, I know plenty of people with mental health issues that ain't doing the shit you doing.
Yup.
So let's not try to impugn that entire group of people that are having these issues, right? By saying it was simply because of that.
You can't plead to Eddie that he needs to give a break because
facts.
Because
what
Eddie is as well, and Eddie doesn't do things like that.
So what are we even talking about? Like, nah, there's something else. There's bad wipers. Here's the thing that people have to come to grips with. There are people without mental illness that are bad people.
Yeah.
There are people with mental illness that are just bad people. This is what you're gonna have to come to the realization. I know they want to hide under that, use as a shield when the bullets come. But the thing about that shield, with me, that shield ain't made of adamantium. To me, that's tenfold. I'm like Thanos with that big dumbass sword, cutting through that shit. Like, nah, because it's just one of these things. It's how it is. There are people with mental illness that are good people. There are people with mental illness that are just pieces of shit. You can have a mental illness and still be a piece of shit. It's entirely possible.
100%. These things aren't mutually exclusive.
Nah.
Let's get to some dumbasses from Twitter. Now this first one I'm a little slightly torn on, but fuck her, she don't get a pass. Her original point.
Before you start, hold that thought. Be right back.
All right. This motherfucker. I hate when he does that. How are you going to stop me in the middle of a segue for you to leave and now I have nothing to talk about to the people? Like, so inconsiderate of him. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, man, with this guy, like I said, I have not seen a single video from this motherfucker. So I don't really know anything except for the things that I hear people say about him. And I'm comfortable with that. This is a situation where I'm 1,000% comfortable. Y'all see me. I'll do research while we're doing the fucking show if I don't know something, just to make sure I have all the information. But this is somebody I'm 100% comfortable with not finding out, and I don't need any of the evidence. Apparently he's a piece of shit, so we're gonna treat him like he's a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't need any more proof of this one. And if I end up on the wrong side of this, then I'll make some type of correction or apology when it's deemed necessary. But it's not looking like that's the case. Seems as though you got arrested for trafficking. And apparently, Betty said there's a stigma to having certain issues and being judged that you're not a good person. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people feel like because if you have a certain issue, you have to treat this person. Because a person has a certain issue, that this person should be treated with kid gloves. Where actually, from everything I understand, that's not what affected classes want. Affected classes don't want the bad shit that you give them, but they also don't want special attention that doesn't address their specific issue. A person that might have a mental illness, and if they're arguing in good faith and they fit the general consensus of what other people in these type of situations feel or claim to feel, then no, they don't want you babying them because they have something that's effectively inconsequential to what the problem at hand, to what you're babying them on. So yeah, I've had several scenarios where I've seen people that had some type of issue where they're a part of some affected class, and it's like, no, I don't want extra for something that has nothing to do with the class that I'm a part of. Like, I can do this on my own. I don't need that particular piece of help. So yeah, it's a. I don't know. I guess I'm not saying that these are bad people, but it's easy to not deep dive into certain things, and it's easy to just take the surface level ideas about it and roll with them. But if you do that, you're bound to make a mistake at some point. It just is what it is. Like people think they're doing good by treating people in particular classes like special, for lack of a better.
I had to get a refill on my prescription. Go ahead.
Thinking they're special, treating them special in a way that has nothing to do with what their protected class is. It makes it feel like you don't think that they're capable of doing anything.
Right.
So
I agree with that.
They don't like that. They don't like that. Like, not at all. But anyway, these Twitter people. So I give her a little bit of grace. Fuck her because she's still tripping. But I give her a little bit of grace because her original point made sense. Her original point was valid. It's just where this conversation ended up that I'm like, what is wrong with you? So Joe Budden, there's a picture of him that says Joe Budden and his girlfriend. Mind you, I'm sorry.
I've seen his girlfriend maybe twice.
Let me address something else real quick. I can't say that I blame them, but it's interesting to me when these celebrities find content about them. Not that it's hard to do, but when they find content about them that they weren't tagged in.
Yeah.
That always tickles me because, nigga, you're out there searching yourself. Okay.
Hold up. First of all, let me just say this. When you're at Joe's point in his career right now, that seems weird to me. But if you're not, I can see why you don't. I see why you search stuff. You want to see what they said, what they said, what they think about me. Do I need to repair some shit? Like, what do they think about me? Like, what's my brand?
I promise you that is not what's going through Joe Budden's head when he's searching himself. I promise you it's not on some, what do I need to do better shit. I promise. Anyway, they love me. They really love me. One of these social media hip-hop hip-hop might not be, whatever, we'll go with it. Hip-hop aggregators for news and shit posted a picture of Joe and allegedly his girlfriend, and then the caption says Joe Budden and his girlfriend. Well, this woman quote tweeted that and said, "You have to be unhinged to date Joe Budden." Now, there's precedence and credence for that take.
Yes, it is.
That is not why she's the dumbass.
Yes, it is.
At all. That is not why she's a dumbass. However, Joe responded. Now, again, she didn't tag him. But anyway, Joe responded, "Not Section 8 Moesha with an opinion on things."
Oh, no.
Her response, well, one of her responses is why she gets dumbass. "I truly don't know why Joe Budden's unhinged bitch ass wants to spend his Sunday coming at little old me." Mind you, from what I could find, that's the only thing Joe said.
Oh,
he did not go back and forth with her. So, lady, I don't know you. You don't know me. Let me explain to you. It's very simple. Why he is, what's the word? Spending his Sunday, again, one tweet, spending his Sunday coming at you.
One tweet ain't a whole Sunday, B. Don't take me a whole Sunday for that shit.
This might be a little difficult to understand. You might need to, somebody get some pen paper.
And no one who uses a pen and paper?
Hey, listen,
open up a Google Doc and
write this. Take this down. Take this down. It's very intricate. The reason that he is again spending his Sunday, again, one tweet, coming at little old you is because you attack him first.
You did attack him first.
It's very simple. Regardless of whether you were right,
This my thing about that too. I hate when people do that. Like, yo, you swung the. if you want to know why I am currently getting hip high in your ass, it's because you swung on me. You swung on me. If you want to know why you are currently on the ground, looking up at the lights between your forearms like this in fetal position, it's because you swung on me. And now I'm wearing your ass out. So
Simple
that
retaliation.
after this is over and you survive this reign of hell that I'm putting on you, you will remember you would rather run through a bear's den with honey dripping off your sweet ass than swing on me again. That's all. By the way, he didn't even go that far. One tweet.
One tweet.
One tweet. One tweet.
Again, her initial point, accurate, valid. I ain't gonna say accurate, but valid.
Mm-hmm.
Her initial point, 100% valid.
Yes.
But let's not play the victim now, man.
Mm-mm. No, ma'am.
You no, ma'am. He said one thing back. Now, what probably skewed her perspective is
the comments and the other people.
Probably comments that were coming at her after that.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. This next person. And I feel like I shouldn't have to mention this. And I don't have to mention it. I'm kind of torn about mentioning it, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Oh, this is still happening. Okay. I hate when I do dumbasses of the week and it's black women. Yeah. That's really, it puts a bad taste in my mouth. I'm going to do it anyway. Because they being dumb.
They doing stupid shit.
Because it's not.
If you're doing stupid shit,
it's equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Dumbasses over here. But nigga, a little part of me dies inside. So this woman just saw a TikTok that explained that when people say they backpacked through Europe, they weren't actually hiking and camping, but they traveled with only a carry-on. Still railing from this info. People who grew up rich, please confirm. Now, that tweet that's funny, Mike. That's terrible. It's funny. That tweet in itself is an example of her not knowing something, but that's not what makes her dumbass, because she acknowledged that she knew something, she thought something, she found out it was something different, and she's asking for people to tell her, clarify, to further inform her. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Perfect tweet if you look at it in isolation. However, that's not where the thread ends. No. So she says, I thought y'all were hiking through woods and carrying a backpack with trail mix or some shit. So someone says, shit, where are these? Oh, so many more fucking tweets have popped up.
Yeah. Yes. Anybody playing? They out here spending all Sunday tweeting.
I think, is this one of them? Because hold on. I know I can find out. I know how I can find out. If I go to her tweets and replies. All right. One person. I grew up. Oh, sorry. Train tickets are like 15 to 20 euros, and hostels are like 15 euros a night. It's pretty cheap if you don't bring more than a backpack. I did this as a working adult and spent less than 1,000, flights included. Mm-hmm. It's not a rich person thing. Her response: okay, if it's not about you and I didn't fit your specific life story into my tweet, don't respond. Okay, that's one. Let me see. There's more. Don't have to be rich to backpack. In fact, rich people look down on backpackers because you stay in dorm rooms and cook your own food and often work your way across the countries.
Sometimes only Americans dorm rooms. Sometimes some of those places, they are just really just like a room with other beds in there, bunk bed style, and that's just a place to sleep.
Only Americans really find this sort of travel to be unusual. Her response: okay, good for you.
So you're being informed about some shit,
which is what you asked for.
Which is what you asked for, and now you're hyper aggressive to the people that are trying to inform you. By the way, people that aren't even coming at you sideways. They're not saying anything incendiary. They haven't one time called you out of your name or used any ad hominem attacks. You literally asked for this engagement, and now that you're getting it, you're being an absolute snit about it.
So here's her conclusion. I hate when I tweet something from my own perspective and people think I have to include their specific random life experience.
Bruh, you don't have a perspective on this. You didn't know. That's why you're at. Okay. Okay. Is it time to go to the airport yet? No? No. Okay.
And someone's response says, you literally asked people to chime in.
Right. What the fuck are we doing?
What else could you have possibly meant by rich people, please confirm? And the people
doing?
telling you you don't have to be rich to do this thing.
Like, can I just ask a question? What are we doing?
Someone else says, you're receiving so much clapback because all of these, quote, specific random life experiences are neither specific nor random, but actually what you asked about. Backpacking in Europe colloquially means taking the train and staying in hostels. Mm-hmm. Actual camping is considered hiking.
It's an expression. And we're at the point, are we at the point as a society where we no longer pick up on an expression like this is just like fancy. Say she never heard the expression before in her life. Say she never heard it before in her life. And then somebody comes up, oh no. That doesn't literally mean that. It's just an expression for this. Instead of her going, oh, okay, wasn't a grown one.
That's how that should have gone.
That's how that should have gone, bro.
Particularly after she mentioned that she already found out that wasn't the case. I found out this wasn't, I thought this thing. I found out it didn't mean what I thought it did. Can anybody help me with more explanations?
Apparently
more
not.
explanations come.
Apparently
No,
not.
This isn't what I asked you for. This is your specific life story. Mine doesn't fit this. So
you don't have one. You've never done it. You didn't even know that this was just an expression.
Yeah, somebody's putting quotes. I hate when I ask a question on a huge social media platform and all the responses don't just tell me how great I am.
Hey, listen. The internet is not your bedroom. It's not your living room. It's not your... It's a stage.
Somebody else says, you mean the experiences that give them more accurate information about how it actually is, rather than your speculation that you couldn't stand anyone telling you didn't happen to be correct?
That's a ribcage. That's like a ribcage friend. Like,
you were speculating about something outside of your experience. Got corrected by someone with the relevant experience. That's all.
Yeah. Yo, calm down over there with your hyper persecution complex having ass.
You asked the question and got an answer. Maybe don't tweet if you don't want to interact with or hear from other people.
Yo, maybe don't ask any questions. How about
she asked? Yeah. It ain't even just don't tweet. She specifically asked.
Don't ask any questions. As if you maybe you can't handle there are those of us.
Yo, no. Hold up. Somebody say I came from Reddit. She is being roasted there by the main character.
Oh my.
And rightfully so, it seems. Oh, so she went viral with this.
Oh, that's what she wanted then, obviously, right?
I don't fucking know. I can't tell at this point.
My question is, why go online to ask a question and they get mad when you get the answers?
you ask for people to confirm their experience, and then when they didn't, you condescendingly lashed out at them. And when they did, you condescendingly lashed out at them. Seems like more of a you issue. Here's another thing, but that's not what you did. You tweeted an opinion about someone else's experience, asked other people to confirm it, and got mad when they did the opposite.
Yeah.
Another one. Stop using words like perspective if you don't know what they mean. Stop asking questions you don't want answers to. You keep roasting yourself like you don't understand how you come off, which means you lack perspective entirely.
Yo, what did I just say? You don't have a perspective. You've never done it. You're literally sitting there asking for what does that mean? What does it mean to backpack through Europe? What does it like you asked for this?
You said please confirm, and they did. They got you angry. So embarrassing for you, babe.
How when they didn't throw any
Yo,
attacks?
I hate when people correct me when I'm wrong.
Yo, stop incorrecting me. I hate everything.
If you don't want people to respond with their own perspective to yours, then you should probably not say please confirm after putting your perspective in an international public forum that allows people to give their perspective.
Yo, Mike say it's a skill, apparently, to know when to reverse an routine. When people correct your misconceptions instead of
nigga. Yo, here's another quote. I hate when I have a public opinion and then the public responds with an opinion.
Hate when that happens. Shit.
Yo, so you change your perspective about someone else's perspective and asked that they confirm their perspective, and they said that you had it wrong. And you said, no, I wasn't asking you, even though you very much were asking them, but didn't like being wrong.
That's what it is. You didn't like me. She wasn't really. That's what happened. I just picked it up. Y'all be doing this shit a lot too. Y'all be asking shit in the form of a question when your intent is not really that. Your intent is to have your ego massaged about how right you are about a specific thing you think. And you're asking in the form of a question as a shield. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Here's the thing. All of the responses that I read, none of them were like coming at her.
Yeah, show me disrespectful. There's nothing disrespectful over there. Nothing.
It was literally informative. Like, no, this is actually how it works. This is what you do. This is how you do it. You don't actually need to spend a whole bunch of money at all. That's the point. That's why we do it.
Right.
No one is on your side here. We've all read the tweets and responses. We've all read the tweets and responses. Random life experiences is a misnomer because they gave pertinent antidotes. You were a jerk because that information contradicted your previously held belief. This is on you, bud.
When people get called bud.
and you'll like this one. But you have no perspective on the matter.
You know what? What I'm gonna need from motherfuckers to do is stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me.
But you have no perspective on the matter besides your lack of knowledge on the subject. And you asked people to confirm, but then got mad at people telling you not just their perspective, but how it is. Like for most people who actually went backpacking.
Let me ask you this. Is her last name Dumas?
No, nigga. No. She does not. She's not the host of Jeopardy.
Oh, okay. This isn't Jeopardy. You don't need to form your statements in the form of a question. Somebody should have commented down.
She just explained to you how backpacking in Europe works and that it's not a rich thing. You literally ask people to confirm. You've got problems.
Oh, she got a problem, all right. You got a problem, all right. You know what the other problem she got is? She could literally have Googled what backpacking in Europe and say
all
of that.
No. That wouldn't help. Remember, she started this off by saying, I used to think this. I now know that's not true.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think that would help.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to check something real quick to see because backpacking. No, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. But speaking of which, now that I'm on Reddit, I want to am I the asshole? So what they got for us today?
Oh goodness.
All right, I'm gonna grab a couple and see which one. Okay. Wow. This one hasn't been. I want one that's been named so I can
Oh.
see if. No, none of them. None
See?
of these have been named. Okay. Am I the asshole for calling my husband insane for missing my dad's funeral just because he didn't want me to wear high heels?
Wait a minute, say that again?
Am I the asshole for calling my husband insane for missing my dad's funeral just because he didn't want me to wear high heels?
That's weird. That's a weird old question. But go ahead.
My dad passed away 2 weeks ago before the funeral. My husband, who has always had issues with height. Oh, okay.
This is what this is. No. My thing about that is, bro, just go and get a short. If you don't, go date short women.
Yeah, no, you're clearly not the asshole. I don't even need to finish that.
Yeah, bro. Right. Why are you?
McKenna. Right, McKenna. What up, sis? What up, sis? Am I the asshole for making my girlfriend go after her baby daddy for child support and ruining his life? Ooh.
Wait a minute. Did you do that specifically to ruin his life?
Let's see.
I don't think it matters.
All right, so far, I'm seeing people say not the asshole. Before I read it, I'm seeing people say not the asshole. Now, I wonder if this is a misogyny thing. Let's find out. I met my girlfriend on Tinder, and we were not exclusive to begin with. We get along great, and I thought we had a future. She got pregnant, and we were kind of excited to start a family. When the baby was born, it was very obviously not mine. Oh, shit. I did not sign the birth certificate. I also did not break up with her. But I also told her that I would not be making myself financially responsible for the baby. We had planned for her to take a year off work to be with the baby. She had already taken her maternity leave. I said she needs to go after the father for child support. She didn't want to because they were friends. Oh, yeah, no, you're not the asshole. I said I understood, but then she had to take full financial responsibility for the kid. I would help her with all the child rearing, like changing diapers, feedings, and the like, but not for paying for any of it. She agreed. She ran through her savings in about 6 months. Of course, she talked to me about helping her with the baby formula and stuff, and I said, no, that isn't our agreement. She called him and asked for money. He gave her a few $1,000s to pay for baby stuff, but told her not to contact him again. That is when she understood their friendship. So she went after him for child support. His fiance found out about the whole thing and is thinking of breaking things off. The child support is enough that the baby will be well taken care of and will not affect our finances. He called her crying because we effed up his life. He said that I could easily afford to take care of them and that I'm an asshole for dragging his life through the mud. She feels terrible about it and blames me for not just stepping up and considering her a single mom. I love my girlfriend and the baby, and I have no problem raising the baby, but I don't think I should be held financially responsible when the father has resources and tried to evade responsibility. I
get it.
And I understand,
but what I don't this is what I don't understand. I don't know how this works where you live in a house of a woman and the kid, and that none of your money goes to how does that work?
I think he's literally just talking about the specifics, right? Mm-hmm. And in that case, that's kind of what child support is for. Like that's the exact that's what this isn't a scenario. Clearly, he makes decent money, and the child support is not going to go towards helping their lives. It's literally for the child. But
all right, so as someone that's been on child support, let me just tell you, it's not fun.
Oh, nigga.
And it's also not the only amount of money you're going to pay because unless you're an asshole,
nigga, right?
Because that's your
shit.
He comes at the end, down at the end of the show,
and
now he's gone.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
But yeah, man, like just somebody who's has been on that shit before, and has at the same time simultaneously raised children. If you're living in the house, because what they'll tell you child support is for, and many times, rent, gas and electric, of course, clothes, food, all that. I don't know how you live in the house and none of your money goes to the kid unless they're taking all of that money that the kid gets for child support, putting that in the trust. So when the child gets a certain age, older, he can get from out there from there. But the logistics of it,
I think you're thinking of it a little bit differently than
probably so, because it's. I kind of see it the same way when I hear people talk about black money versus white money.
Mm-hmm.
We all live in the economy right here. That money is going to flow. It's going to go wherever it's going to go. There is something to be said about spending your dollars in your community at least 7-4 times before that shit leave the community. But it's eventually going to leave. It's going to get the fuck up out of here.
Well,
so
it's inevitable.
Yeah, it's inevitable. So
but that's all right. So again, obviously I'm not him.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't tell you that this is exactly how he's thinking. Mm-hmm. But this is how you do that. Right. Literally, if there is something that is required for the child that is not also a requirement of the household.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anything that's household related, like I don't think, at least I'll say, it wouldn't be reasonable to expect help with the BGE because that's something you gotta do anyway. Mm-hmm. I think it's just like, okay, clothes, baby formula, diapers. I mean, that's the vast majority of it. Like, insurance is going to be insurance. She's going to have the baby on her insurance.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, like, again, they seem like they make decent money until she was out of fucking work because of the baby. So, yeah, no, I think it's literally only the things that affect the baby and not the household. And in that case, I got to say,
I don't think
you're not the asshole. Now, here's the thing. It's a fucked up situation. I ain't even, it's not a cut and dry thing. You're not the asshole with an asterisk.
Right.
Because you could have done both. Mm-hmm. You could have had her you couldn't have. No, you couldn't have. He could not. In his situation, he could not have. Now that I'm thinking about it, because she didn't want to do it.
Oh, yeah. So, no, he can't.
The only reason she did it is because she ran out of money.
He's not the asshole because the fact is, that motherfucker sperm donor,
bruh,
was supposed to be held accountable. You got to be accountable for your response. You helped bringing that child in here. What we not going to do is sit here and act like you're not supposed to have no responsibility for that shit. Nope. And
that's perfect, Discord. That's what I was about to say. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I say on here all the time. We can't just go with objection.
Right.
Because feelings exist. They are real. They matter. You can be wrong objectively
and still be
if you have the feelings of something, it don't matter.
And you're
they were
those feelings.
They were in a situation where he thought that they were dating exclusively.
That's what's going on.
And she got pregnant.
And
he thought that the baby was his.
Yeah.
Which means until after the baby was born, she didn't even tell him.
Yeah. So, I get it. I get it.
When you add that in, I can't bring myself to call him the asshole.
Because again,
you stayed through that.
You stayed through it. But like I said before,
this nigga, this motherfucker, man.
One nigga.
The one here,
asshole.
The one that has the asshole.
Well,
phrasing.
Sure. Absolutely, no. That's technically that's a.
Yeah, but you want to talk about that though. Why would you be talking about that? You wouldn't be discussing that.
That's not even what happened. All right, next one.
Let me just say this: the lighting in Addy's room right now is pretty dope, right? Because it's got his face looking super sharp, even though it's like a filter. It's like a filter on it. So it's filter.
Yeah, why you got a filter on?
I don't.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
Okay, fine. I do.
So why do you have a filter on? Now we established that. Let's move forward. Why do you have a filter on?
I'm not talking about it.
Okay, cool. No, that's a great answer. I ain't going to.
It's the only answer I could give because you're being an asshole. So yes, you are being an asshole.
Am I the asshole for wanting to be paid for babysitting my own daughter? Now stop. Yes, you're the asshole. You're the asshole.
Yeah, that's true. That
You're the asshole. Yeah, you're the
Let's
asshole.
talk, y'all.
Okay, so let's. Okay, my 39-year-old male, 34-year-old female. My wife and I live in a suburban house with our daughter, a 10-year-old female. There's no reason for you to put your daughter's name on here, sir.
Yeah, that's weird.
Our neighborhood next door. Our neighbor, I'm sorry. Our neighbor next door, 48-year-old male. There's no reason to put his name either. There's no reason for you to put names. Anyway, is a single father with 2 daughters, 14 and 12. We have been living here for a little more than 2 years. My wife really likes watching scary movies, but I have never enjoyed them. Why? I don't feel like this is pertinent. Anyway, I get too scared and end up having a bad time, so I prefer to avoid them. Her friends sometimes go with her to the more popular ones, but she also, it is relevant, okay, but she also likes older indies and foreign horror movies. She has always had a hard time finding people that have this niche interest, and that is why it was such a big deal when we met Walter and found out he also shares this tendency. They very quickly started to make plans to watch movies together. I was invited to be a part, but I refused. I prefer to just stay at home babysitting my daughter and Walter's daughter while they are in their cinephile reunions. Sometimes they go to the movie theaters, but other times they just stay at Walter's place watching stuff at his home cinema. They usually have to go to another town in order to catch a specific function of some weird movie. So it's normal for them to come back very late. Okay, hold on. Let me stop. First of all, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's possible Discord, but there's no reason for you to put names at all in this particular situation. So going through the effort of creating the fake name is kind of unnecessary. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. It kind of sounds like your wife cheating on you, my guy.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
All right, but anyway,
It does.
anyway,
I mean, listen.
hey, oh shit! They eventually started doing stuff outside of watching movies, like going out for dinner. My neighbor invited all of us, including the kids, to go with him to a restaurant that a friend of his owned, but I said no because it was too expensive. I don't like that kind of place because I feel they're a waste of money and didn't think the kids would enjoy it either. I insisted on staying with the kids and letting the 2 of them go be by themselves. This has become a regular thing. Stop it, Ed. This has become a regular thing, and it is in a way a good deal for me because Walter pays for my wife's dinner.
Come on, my guy.
Shut up, Eddie.
That's the point.
And she can no longer complain about me not taking her to fancy restaurant. What the?
Yes, she can.
Wait,
Hold up.
wait.
That is the complaint.
But wait. I'm 4 paragraphs in, and he still didn't mention what he's the asshole. Anyway, all right. As both their movie and dinner nights have become so common, I have grown a little tired of the burden of constantly babysitting the girls. I talked to my wife and Walter about it, and he explained that he usually does not like leaving his daughters with babysitters. He says he is really comfortable knowing that they are being watched by an experienced father like me instead of some teenage girl. He nevertheless agreed that it was too much of a load for me and offered to start paying me a standard babysitter's fee each time he goes out with my wife.
You missed the phrasing.
No, I didn't. I was trying not to. Yes, I was trying not to. Yes,
and on your wife.
Right. I thought that was a fair approach to the issue, but my wife was fully against it. She says I should not be paid for babysitting my own daughter, nor the daughters of a close friend of our family like Walter. We have been arguing about this, but she insists on this notion, and it's not open to change. She even gets mad every time I talk to her about this. Walter promised me that he will convince her, but he does not see. But he does not seem. He does not seem to have been able to do so. Am I the asshole? No, sir. You're the cuckold.
You're not the asshole for that. You're not the asshole for that.
Listen,
you're the cuckold. You're not the asshole.
No, so.
I'm so
curious.
Yo,
there's a level of obtuseness that I'm used to.
Right?
All right, so there's There's regular obtuseness to somebody who just they didn't have the experience. So they don't know.
Sure.
Then there's people trolling like me. I'll troll
Right.
obtuseness and elder.
Yeah.
This though,
This is a different
I've
level.
never seen.
Listen. Is it possible that all of us, because listen, the three of us and the chat, so is it possible that all of us are wrong? Sure.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
But
For
nigga, this don't.
I mean, for his
This
sake,
don't.
he would want us to be wrong, but
Bro, no. Listen. All right.
I don't even.
I'm not even gonna play that his game. Motherfucker. Motherfucker, she is getting it in.
She getting her shit cracked.
By Walter.
Yes, sir. Yeah, by Walter.
Sir.
Hey, little Walter.
All
right.
Wait.
Backs.
Stop. So, first of all, you phrased this wrong. You think how can I say this? What's the politically correct? He seems like a dullard. The reason I say that
the politically correct term for that is Dumas.
He sounds like he's just not that bright. And obviously, outside of the story that I just read, just another clue that gives me this idea is because he titled this, "Am I the asshole for wanting to be paid for babysitting my own daughter?" But what's taking you over isn't the babysitting of your own daughter. It's the babysitting of the daughter of the man who's currently fucking your wife.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad you hold up. I'm glad you said it that way. Because that is what's happening.
All right, B.
And it's an RB, and there's no way, right, that we're gonna sit up here and talk about it like that's not what's happening. That's what's happening, B.
Yeah, listen. And here's the thing. McKenna says definitely feels like cheating. But if this wasn't the case, maybe instead of cash, if the neighbor could do something like cooking for the family, something that is more helping with the burden. I don't even know.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That nigga gets
I'm gonna
to
tell
crack.
you what he should do.
This situation is unsalvageable.
He gets to crack my wife's back and then feed me dinner.
Bro,
Nah, nigga. Fuck out of here. In my kitchen? No.
I'm gonna give him the advice he needs. Get a lawyer.
Yeah, ASAP, my guy.
Get
Like
a lawyer.
today.
Get a lawyer. Bro, get a lawyer. Because right now, they laughing at you.
For real.
They laughing at you, homie.
That same conversation he's having with his wife about that shit, they laughing at dinner.
They are at dinner, right? They're
Like-
at Red
they're like-
Lobster.
Wait. McKenna, hold on.
look at
McKenna,
Look at
what's
this nigga.
McKenna,
Oh,
what's
okay.
he done?
So-
Something that is more helping with the burden of taking care of his kids rather than cash, if that's uncomfortable or not financially possible, and that's why the mom objects. Yeah, my answer doesn't change. Fuck that. No, he's not. No. Yeah, get up. Wait. Okay, so before I do the last one, I'm gonna look at two of these comments. One, you're the asshole for several reasons. Two of which are calling taking care of your own kid babysitting. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I hate that shit.
not really caring about your marriage. Don't be surprised if your wife ends up leaving you for Walter if they're not already having an affair.
Oh no, they already are.
Next comment. I'm sorry, OP, but it looks like your wife has a new husband, and somehow you're the babysitter. I kept reading, thinking this must be a joke. You're the asshole. You're the asshole asking for babysitting money, but this whole situation is so bizarre. I think you need to figure out if you want to be married, and if she does, because right now it doesn't seem like you are.
He's not just an asshole. He's an asshole because he's on here asking this question. Come on, B.
But I don't think he's an asshole for asking that question necessarily. I think he's an asshole just in general. Like, how you let people do that to you? Like, it's over your face.
He's crazy.
We're both.
Listen. He get a lawyer, homeboy. Listen to me clearly. Get a lawyer. You can get alimony for this shit and everything. I guarantee you, you go in court with this shit, you're going to get alimony. Right? No. Do it in line of succession. Hire a detective. Get them to pay you to babysit his kids use that money to hire a detective.
Water, sir. Sean even said he gets paid in leftovers in more ways than one. Yo.
No, listen. Get him.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold on. Another McKenna. McKenna says they do try to include him and he passes. No, that's Cindy. No, McKenna. That's Cindy. No, Cindy. I don't think that's actually what's happening here. I think that's them trying to save face.
Yeah, like
I don't think they're actually including him.
Yeah, they
know he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he's gonna dub it anyway. Yeah,
that would be Cindy to perfectly put it in ways that fit you and I. That would be like if I was going to a Nickelback concert. And I was like, yo, Cindy, I got these 2 tickets for this Nickelback concert. And I think you should go with me.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
He ain't really buy the tickets.
Yeah.
But he know you not going to go anyway.
Yeah.
You're not going. You're not going to go. It's just that simple.
Get somebody else to do it.
I appreciate
he's an asshole.
Because I try to do this. I legitimately do try to do this because I'm very sympathetic of the human condition. I legitimately try to see the best of the situation, try to see what all roads point to nah.
Nah, that is the best of the situation. I mean, just saying, dog.
No, listen. The reason why I'm not convinced of any other thing, but this is what's happening, because I've seen it all. Motherfucker, it was on Mother's Day when my daughter was a little ass girl, and I'm living in an apartment over on Wabash, where I hear this ruckus going on downstairs. The ruckus leads into the apartment hallway, and then outside, as I look out the window, what do I see? I see a woman chasing a man up the street. These were my neighbors. You know what I found out why she was chasing up the street with this knife in her hand? Because this man was cheating on her with her moms. All of them was living. Listen to me. I done seen too much.
I got to respond to Cindy. She said, not necessarily, as I've been in that situation, not with a particular man, but just in general, where my husband didn't want to go where he was invited, but then tried to accuse me of doing stuff. And that's actually the point that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't matter if you were actually doing anything. The point is, why are you inviting me to do something that you know I don't want to do?
That
it doesn't. Yeah, no, I get that. And you pointed out that he was invited, but again, if you're inviting me to go somewhere I don't want to go, it's not really an invite.
because to be real, that's not even being considerate for real though.
Yeah, like again,
like you're not doing me no favors.
If I happen to be in Florida and I hit you in the inbox with a picture of the tickets to the Nickelback to the Nickelback featuring Creed concert.
Yo, this nigga
and I said, hey, I expect you. I expect to see you. I can't wait to see you at this concert. Like, you wouldn't take that seriously. You wouldn't take that seriously. There's no way in the world you would take it seriously. Why? Because you know that I know that's something that you would never want to do. Is
yeah.
Is it an invite still? Technically, but it's not really.
This dinner and this movie shit is date night.
It's date night. That's what the fuck it is, yo. I'm sorry. Again, I could be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying that my experience.
It's just the combination. It's the combination of the list of coincidences and the fact that this guy seems dumb.
He does seem dumb. He does.
It's the combination of the two. Like, no,
he doesn't seem aware.
He needs to read. He needs to read the bedroom.
Say I'm gonna laugh at your ass. If it was the only opportunity to hang, I might.
Okay, that's fair.
Here's the thing. Wait, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Noise counseling.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. You gotta understand the difference is that's a scenario where we would actually want to spend time with each other.
Because you don't get to do it that often.
That's the difference.
They're doing this every guy.
Damn, yeah.
At least it's happening at least several times a week.
Jeez.
A week? Nah, nigga, fuck out of here.
Yo, they dating. I'm sorry. No, listen. Here's the thing. I have always held the opinion that you don't get to tell me, and I don't get to tell you who the fuck the friend's going to be. No, fuck no. Fuck
That's
no.
facts.
However,
Yeah.
if you're spending more time with a singular person than you are spending with me, that's an issue. I don't give a fuck if you're cheating or not. First of all, that's an issue. Then on top of that,
we got problems we need to sort out.
Walter is blowing her back out.
Yeah, you fucking her shit to Sunday, nigga. What the fuck you mean?
They either going out of town or they're going over his house, and I have the kids so they can have their privacy. Like what?
Hey,
what is going on?
Hey, little Walter.
Here's the thing. Hold up. Can I go back? I need to tell you reiterate one very important thing.
Okay.
Walter's children are 14 and 12. In the scenarios where now here's the thing: the guy's child is 10. Okay, that's still a little up there considering what we're talking about. But we're talking about
Walter's kids don't necessarily need a babysitter.
I'm say, that's what I'm saying. On the nights when they're at Walter's house watching movies, why the fuck do the kids need to be out of the house?
Yeah. And why aren't you there? Like, nah, nigga, fam.
Why do the kids need to be out of the house?
Hold up, she's watching movies with him at his house while the kids are at his house.
At her house.
Yo, listen.
Nah, nigga.
Cindy said, sounds like they need to talk or get some counseling. I agree. Or he needs to make it more appealing to spend time with him, or he just needs to leave. Absolutely.
Yeah,
1,000%. See, facts. Cindy, that's my point. They could be in their room.
They could be in
They not in their room.
Yeah.
They at her house.
That's date night, nigga.
While she in his house.
That's date night.
Nigga. Date night. They 10 and 12. I mean, they say 14 and 12.
They could be in their
They could be in their rooms.
Period.
A movie? A movie's what, 2.5 hours?
Why they got to be
at the most?
Why they got to be in their rooms? Why can't they watch the movie too?
That too. Why can't they watch the movie too?
All right.
Like, nah, bro.
All right, they are doing some frivolous shit. Just turn up the volume.
James, how do they work? That's funny. I would have done that, but I already had you have to name the you don't have to, but because I'm lazy, I have to name the episode before we actually go live. Right. So unfortunately, there's already
all that.
But nah, so, Walter is blowing. Walter getting the yeeks, man.
Yeah, he cracking her shit.
He's like Sunday yams. Listen. Ain't no way you telling me he's babysitting the kids while those two go to dinner and a movie.
Because here's the thing. Wait. Here's the thing. I would be more inclined to believe that it was innocent if it was just when they literally have to go to a theater to watch the particular movie. But when he added in the part about, they just go over to Walter's house and watch movies, why can't the kids be there?
And first of all, they ain't going to no fucking theater. Fuck out of here.
No, I don't believe so either. But if that was the case, fine. People go to the movies all the time. But that's I don't know, Vermin, because y'all both on YouTube. So I don't know why you don't see Cindy's.
You know when the last time?
Or is it because you don't realize her name is Mother Damon?
It's Mother Damon.
Yeah.
It's Mother Damon. Listen, you know when the last time I went to the movies with another woman?
When you weren't with your wife?
Bingo. Winner.
I mean,
chicken dinner.
It was a safe guess. It was a safe guess.
Yo,
now, again, I'm not. Listen. I'm only saying that because I know how some people do their friendship. Me personally, you would never catch me because I don't even do friendship that way. Right. Like seriously, like nigga, why do we have to go to the theater? Like, why can't we just like, bruh, can we just watch it at the crib? Like,
right.
Yeah,
if we can watch it at the crib. We can watch it at the crib.
Yeah, bring the kids. Yeah. We watching the Marvel movie. Like bring the kids.
Right.
Fuck. Right. No, it would never be this.
That ain't they ain't watching no
they ain't watching no Marvel movies.
They watching when Harry Met Sally. They
not watching no movies. They not no.
They might be watching. Listen.
Some people watch the movies
when they Netflix and chilling, my nigga.
That's what I'm saying, my guy.
Yeah,
they ain't watching no movie.
No,
movies playing.
You missing what I'm saying. There's movies for that.
Yeah, movies playing, but they ain't
No.
watching.
You're not listening. There's movies for that. There's movies for the activity that they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh no, I understand.
They might be watching those movies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's fine. Yeah.
Let me get to this last one.
All right.
Am I the asshole for telling my son to go get over his divorce? All right, hold on. Oh, no. I'm sorry, not his divorce.
What?
That's worse. Am I the asshole for telling my son to get over the divorce? So spoiler, I'm saying a bunch of not the assholes. Okay, we'll see. My ex-wife, why do they do names? Natalie and I.
Why? I'm thinking they make these names out of the cat.
They I believe they would.
Because why would you put the names on the? That's crazy.
All right, hold on. I gotta address this. Cindy, that is absolutely like that works. And
It does work.
I believe that makes sense. My husband and I have a female friend that does everything with keyword us.
Mm-hmm.
Keyword us. Not him without me, but us. To the point, we joke that she's our wife, totally platonic, and while I trust them both, I had exactly. That's my point.
And
they both
again,
like Nickelback,
I'm not even
so if they wanted to go.
Yo, that's so funny. Yo, that's hilarious.
So what you're saying is they have good taste. I mean, clearly they both like you. They both like Nickelback. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yo, listen,
I'm
I'm not even saying that it's not possible for people to have such good friends with somebody. I'm just saying that this smells fishy. It does.
It smells like fish. Yeah.
Shut up, nigga. All right. My ex-wife Natalie and I had an amicable but not loving marriage. We had 2 children. Aren't they grown? Fuck it. Michael and Lily. They're both grown. When Michael was about 10, she and I saw that we no longer had romantic feelings, but a beautiful friendship. But for reasons at the time, mainly our children, we decided to continue the marriage until our children left the house. Basically, nothing has changed on a daily basis. We were still the same couple as always, but we didn't force something we didn't want. When Michael moved away for college and home permanently, we decided to make the gradual move and finally make our divorce official. Michael didn't handle it well. For months, he tried to convince us to try couples therapy, intervention, that it was a bad phase in the marriage and not to sign a divorce paper until we were sure. All right, hold up. Isn't therapy a part of the divorce process?
I don't know.
I could have sworn.
I don't know if they force you to do. I know if you're doing a lot of this stuff, if you belong to a church, right? A lot of times people will go and talk to the pastor, and then the pastor might suggest counseling. I don't know if this is mandatory. I know that you got to go a year. Y'all have to separate.
A year separate. Yeah, I know that part.
I'm saying before, but
all right. We explained together that separately that it wasn't a bad phase and that we stayed together for the good of the family. Over time, he conformed, but hasn't accepted until today. I am currently married, and so is Natalia. We have a great relationship and often spend Christmas and New Year's together with our children. What happened? Michael is engaged to Liam, and we recently had dinner with him. With him, his in-laws, fiance, and Natalie to celebrate the engagement. Michael still has a habit of making spiteful comments about the divorce and how traumatizing his parents' experience of getting divorced was. Several times, I said that this was something that hurt us to hear because, above all, my ex and I cherish that our children don't suffer from our decision. During dinner, we were talking to his in-laws, and they asked how long we'd been apart and how good we had a relationship. Michael at some point said, it wasn't such a good thing for the family. It was a traumatizing experience to see your inspiration as a couple break up and your family fall apart. To say that Natalie and I were embarrassed that he said that in front of his in-laws is not necessary. I had my limit, and I said, look, Mike, I understand your feelings, but it's been 9 years that your mother and I haven't been together, and you didn't even live with us during this process. We were already in another moment of our lives. I think it's over time to get over it and turn the page. He was quiet and stayed that way for most of dinner, saying only what was necessary. Later, I got a text from him criticizing me, saying I should respect his feelings, and he was just venting, which was a valid thing, and I shouldn't say that in front of his in-laws. Am I the asshole? No.
No,
Because here's the thing. Here's
No.
the thing. Here's the thing. It is two things can be true. It's absolutely possible that this grown man, because he was grown and out of the house by the time y'all got divorced. It's absolutely possible that this grown man is harboring some type of issues from y'all getting divorced. Absolutely possible.
I literally
that whole role model thing and y'all breaking up it kind of fucked up my idea of what a relationship is supposed to. Absolutely. All that's valid.
That's fair.
All that's valid.
And I've seen real life shit with that.
Yes, absolutely. However, that was a decade ago.
Yeah.
And you're clearly engaged.
Yeah.
Right. Sir. Right. It might be time
to let it go.
It might be time.
And then not only that, why make those slick remarks in front of everybody?
You wildin'.
Like, then expect your dad.
That's the part that gets me though.
But then you expect your dad not to clap back like, yo, chill.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the part that really threw me off because nigga, you said something.
Yeah, your dad would have said shit if you ain't say nothing first.
And you said this in front of them.
Yeah. So you made it publicly that you felt this way. So I'm gonna publicly respond like, "Hey, yo, chill! Don't do that. You're talking shit too. Like if you say
your shit talk was in public, if my clapback is gonna be in public.
If he would have came the way that he came in the text that like actually hurts him, yeah, cool. That's facts. It was big time. Crazy again. If he would have responded that way during dinner, how he feels, then maybe that would have been more, respectable. But he's talking shit.
Yeah, he's talking shit.
And both of the parents are married now.
Right.
And they're all there together.
And here's the other thing. According to the story, it was amicable. And they let them know, they let the kids know, like, we both are coming to the conclusion that this isn't working for us anymore.
Right.
We got y'all out of the house. We raised y'all. Y'all are grown now. Y'all on your own. Y'all doing your own thing. Now it's time for us to worry about us. And us ain't working.
Right.
I find it hard to call him the asshole, my guy.
Yeah, he's not.
No. McKenna said, not the asshole. Could they have handled it better? Maybe. Or could have gotten him into counseling to help him adjust if he didn't already. But that's way too long to harbor that shit and vent it publicly. Yes.
I think
especially that last part.
I was about to say, I think that's the linchpin for me.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sorry.
Can still harbor
Cindy, why the fuck are you working on your birthday?
Because capitalism.
No, but McKenna is making a point that I want to stick with. What the hell? It's your birthday. I hear you, Tim. You're right, but
motherfuckers don't care.
That's facts.
They don't give a fuck.
I always work on my birthdays.
I usually do too.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me by. Like, you can absolutely still hold those feelings. I know people that, and also, depending on what the offense was, sometimes it ain't a matter of time healing it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes there's other things that has to happen in order for that person to heal that. But nigga, you barked in public.
Yeah.
You barked in public.
Yeah.
You could have hold that.
You want to get hit with that newspaper in public.
Right. Yeah. You could have, and I know this sounds wild, out there, crazy idea, had a conversation with in private about all of that like years ago, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been 10 years, dog, and you a grown ass man. Like, and then I wonder how his wife feels about him doing that in that situation.
His fiance.
His fiance. Yeah.
His male fiance. He doesn't have.
Well, I wonder how he feels.
Yeah, that's probably embarrassing for him as well.
Yeah, like why would you do that? I know they had a long talk.
I would imagine because
that ride home was crazy.
Yeah, because like you wilding out about this, but I'm your fiance.
Yeah.
What are we good?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you sure you really want to do this?
Because the thing is, if his parents of divorce affects him that much, what if it translates into his relationship with his fiance?
Or, and I hate to do this, one could argue that it actually doesn't affect him that much because he was able to get engaged and he's just being bred.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, it's always possible.
That's probably maybe
the son's being the asshole.
That's what I'm saying. The son.
Maybe the trauma is in staying married, not getting married.
That's possible too. That's possible too. But like, I just personally feel like you know, I obviously advocated for people going to counseling and getting help and mental health being taken care of and all that good stuff. But I personally feel like certain situations you have to chalk up as it is what it is.
What it is, yeah.
And also, just because your parents divorced, like, it doesn't follow that you are going to.
You are not your parents. No matter how many traits you share with them,
you are not them.
And the whole "it is what it is" thing, I kind of got into it with Marcus about that, about my father, because he's like, "Well, don't you want to know this and don't you want to know that?" No.
About what?
I'm not concerned. You don't want to know what happened with him and your mother?
No, it's not my business.
That has nothing to do with me. It is not going to change my life in any way. I don't care.
Anyway, like you said, it doesn't change your life to know that. It doesn't change anything. And besides that, look, everybody has a perspective, but do you really need that other? Like, for what?
No, not other. I don't have either of them. I never asked her.
Oh, so then
I don't care. I legitimately don't care. I never like, hey, so what happened with you? No.
You know what it's like, and I said it on the pod before, it's like when James was saying, like, astrophysicists, they know a bunch about the universe and all that shit. Certain things we learn from all I know, but the nitty-gritty shit we don't need to know about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit you just don't need to know about. Yeah, like
how is going? How's that going to help anything?
That's exactly it, McKenna. Like, it would be different if they just told the kids it was happening and never had a real conversation about it. I can understand an outburst, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They seem to be very mature about the situation and not the kind of parents to blow his feelings up.
Apparently, they sat them down. And
they sat them down. Now 10 years later, you barking in public.
But not only that, he's seen them go through transitions from being divorced to getting other partners, bringing the partners together to be a collective family. You know what I'm saying? You've seen the transition. So if anything, you could take that as like by example, like, okay, yeah, they got divorced, but it ain't all bad.
It wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
They had a very mature breakup.
They found love again.
They found love again. And on top of that, none of the child rearing stuff got fucked up as a result of it.
It doesn't sound like
you have a psychological discomfort in not seeing your mom's with your dad. That's what's going on here. Like, that's what's going on there. That's why you're trying to convince them not to.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But still, it's just like,
a little bit, though.
The other lesson you can take from this is that it is possible for a relationship to run its course and it not get ugly.
Yeah.
And the kids not be caught lacking.
It was almost best case scenario for real.
Yeah, I don't see another case scenario other than them staying together. Right. But again, here's the thing about that. And I tell people this shit all the time. So, as much as I was curious about why my father fuck you ain't want us for, right? Much as I was curious about that, I also know because of the type of asshole he was, them staying together was not optimal. Because I love my moms, right? So this abusive asshole, what would have wound up happening is he'd have killed her, or she'd have killed him defending herself, or I'd have killed him when I got older. So the best case scenario was for her to get the fuck out of there and take her kids away from this abusive, toxic, angry man.
Yeah.
That was the best case scenario.
Facts.
So even whatever questions I would have had to him are small, in comparison to what we gained by her getting the fuck away.
Absolutely.
And another thing, like, it's not like he had a fight between the parents, you know, like mom versus dad shit, picking and choosing who he's going to fight in or talk to.
That's why he's mad at both, by the way. That's why, because they wasn't beefing with each other.
Because it's like, like, you can still talk. Your mom's not trying to keep you from your pops. Your pops ain't trying to keep you from your moms. They all good with it.
They still did Christmas and shit together.
Yeah, that seems like an ideal situation because most families don't get a divorce and go and do that.
Right.
They go their separate ways and do their separate things.
It was ideal for the situation that was at hand. The ideal that's in most people's minds is that the mom and the dad stay together.
Just in a family,
but the ideal situation, we know that's not how life works all the time. And going off of marriage versus divorce rates here in the United States, that just it happens less than it doesn't, right? So again.
But this is the best case scenario.
Yeah, for that
point,
situation,
McKenna.
this is the best case.
McKenna said because outbursts like that just make me feel like the son wasn't taking his parents' feelings into consideration either. Would you rather than be in a marriage that neither was happy and just content, or let your parents feel free to actually be with people they like?
Because if they together and they unhappy, that shit could trickle down to you.
And it is a thing about that. Like just as an example of that, when you are burdened with being in a relationship where y'all not happy together, but you're doing it for the children, that behavior is going to show itself in other ways. And that shit is actually more damaging to the children because it's going to happen over a long period of time. Y'all together. And that whole time they being raised, there's these microaggressions. They wind up getting to the point where they don't like each other. And that's what you don't want. You don't want that. You don't want to talk where the parents don't like each other. You don't want that. You know,
that's what I'm saying, because the children gonna be affected by that too, because then they have to see that shit.
They have to see it, and trust me, our behavior is dependent on how we feel and what we think. You're not gonna tell me they're gonna be able to hide. It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit, yo. It's gonna be some shit.
Some shit is going down.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's the last one.
We want to thank everybody. First of all, let's thank Adequate for coming in for the last hour.
I was doing overtime. I had to get this money though.
Get that money, my nigga.
Get the money. You know what I'm saying? Let's thank him. Let's also thank, of course, our audience. Like I said, I always say, you guys show up every week. We appreciate you greatly. Be sure to go and check out Jada Nerd's channel. Go check out the Metas and Mutants channel with Super Sci Guy. Go check out Multiworld Entertainment's channel for the content that's on there and more incoming. Go check out Majestic Comics YouTube channel. If you have not become a patron and you're interested in being a constant supporter of the comic book, you can join that for as little as $5 a month. Help us with the production costs of the book and all that stuff. We also got the Kickstarter will be coming soon. Actually, the Kickstarter was going to be actually a little sooner than what it is now, but I kind of want to get certain things in order so that when it's running, it's smooth from the marketing and all that. Just bam, bam, bam. So I've been currently this week just working on all kinds of videos, this, that, all that shit. When the Kickstarter begins, believe me, y'all gonna see it's gonna be a flood of content coming out and everything.
Phrasing.
Shut up. So for my man SPJ, and my man Adequate, I am Tombstone's the Dead Man, and for the greater Healthy World Entertainment family, we are.